You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table. Where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, huh? Laugh a little, get that one in your system for your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content. Watching, you don't like it, then you want to invite it. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't want to miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the hood table.
Back.
How you doing?
Christmas, Merry New Year. Dang,
Did you say Merry New Year?
Can you believe it? We are in the last month of the year, man.
This year did go by really fast, and welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Hood Table Friday Night Live. And hold up, because you know I'll be forgetting. So let me go ahead and drop this doggone link for the people who might want to join us on the panel, because I always forget. Hey, what's up, Mario? How you doing? Oh my God, I saw Mario had made a post on Facebook, and he was over there putting his foot in some food the other day. I was like, "Ooh, God!"
All right.
You posting stuff, and you just want to be like, "Can I just come and get a plate, just a little bit, just a little bit?" But I hope all is well with you, Mario, and everybody else in the chat. Make sure you guys like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And I did drop the StreamYard link just in case anybody wants to join me and sis here on the panel. And if you do want to join us on the panel, of course, I'll put the banner up before I let you on to make sure you are not a troll or a porn bomber or somebody like that. And then I will allow you to put your camera back on. Turn it back off, and then I'll drop my banner. So that's how we do that over here. But anyway, it hasn't been a lot of porn bombing lately, but Cislo for a while, everybody was getting bombed all around the B sector. Everybody was it was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a shame that kind of time on their hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a shame they got. Well, anywho, the last person I had saw that I knew for sure did it, that was Rico, but I just can't remember who he did it to.
Why?
I can't remember. It was a lady.
Oh, let me say this. Let me say this. Guess what else we celebrate in December, girl?
My birthday.
Yes, child. Yeah. Mario, I'm so sorry.
Yes. And I want to first acknowledge Mario's comment in the chat. He said, "We lost my niece Wednesday night, so pray for my family." And I did see that. I did see that on there. I think I might have put a heart or the what's the other emoji? The one for hugs or something like that. I think I did put that on your post. I think that the person that you're referring to is also another friend of mine's daughter, I believe. But yeah, I've been seeing that go. It's a lot of people that's dealing with a lot of losses right now, especially in our community. A lot. I don't know how she passed, and you definitely don't have to say, but I know there's been a lot of people have lost some loved ones recently, even by way of murder, A little 15-year-old girl was murdered the other day. Beautiful 15-year-old girl. And they said it was like a drive-by. They said it was like a drive-by and that they meant to shoot somebody else in her family or something, but she ended up dying. So my condolences to you, Mario, and my condolences to that family of the 15-year-old girl. I don't know if that was your niece or if that was um, somebody else, but I've been hearing a lot about some young people that's passed away recently. Okay, so that's your niece. Okay. Yep, they called 4 guys, so that was your niece. And I didn't want to assume. I didn't want to assume because I don't want to put no, you know, put nothing on nobody, by guessing or assuming. But yeah, I thought so. So yeah, it's a lot of people that's really going through it right now over that 15-year-old girl. And I had just seen a post by I think it was Terrell. I don't know Terrell McKinney or not, Mario, but Terrell was saying how he felt really bad about the girl who lost her life, and that he said she was like the manager over. I think he said the wrestling. I think Terrell said she was the manager over the wrestling, um, the boys wrestling team at North High School. So yeah, they said that she was the manager for the girls and the boys, and said that she was just helping them out before she lost her life. So yeah, I had just read that a little while ago before I started the live. So yeah, rest in peace and my condolences to your family. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, she was a beautiful soul. You didn't have you couldn't have a bad day around her. Oh, that's so sad. It's always, man. I ain't gonna say it's always the good ones, but it seems like more and more and more it is the good one. It is the good ones. Some people get killed and it's like, well, you live by the, you know how that saying goes, Sislo. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. I ain't saying nobody deserves to die. Well, let me take that back. I'm gonna take that back. But as far as in general, a lot of people, believe you live by the gun, you die by the gun. So those people out there, it's like when something happened to them, it's like, oh well, okay, it is what it is. Let's pull up a GoFundMe to try to bury them because they probably didn't have no insurance. But in this particular case, with this beautiful young lady, it seems like more and more the good ones is the ones that's being hurt or passing away. But yes, how is your day? The weekend is here. The end of the year is near. You were just saying that you can't believe that we are already in the month of December.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
My birthday is coming up, and that's all I can think about. Christmas too, but my birthday is coming up. I'm getting older. I'm about to start having a whole bunch of gray hairs in my head. I already found like 2. Shoot, I'm about to have some gray hairs in the head, child. And hopefully where else. Yeah, hopefully nowhere else. I don't want gray hairs everywhere, okay? I don't want gray hairs everywhere.
Oh, girl. Yeah,
Not trying to
girl, but
gross anybody out. Did I just gross people out? Bad.
I'm getting too old too fast, girl. Gray hairs, aches and pains, bent over.
You ate, and
Girl,
I could hardly get out the bed this morning. I was like rolling around in the bed, like, ooh, what's that pain? I ain't never felt that one before. Let me grab me a Tylenol. Shoot. Mario said gray hair is experience you getting Mario already got a lot of experience. You hear that laugh, Sissel?
it sound weak.
Already got a lot of experience, boy. I can teach you something. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I can teach you a thing or two, teach you a few tricks.
Girl, bro said he'll be on shortly.
Oh, he hit you up in the chat.
He he
Oh,
just
I see it now. I see it now. He said, "What I am is what?" He said, "To get my glasses so I can be what I am is." Oh my goodness, girl! What the? See, he's speaking at Ebonics.
yeah. I got
He said, "So I can be what I am is."
it.
Bro, it's crazy. I don't know where Carmel Diva is, and you know what? I feel bad because I woke up late this morning. She had just sent us a message. Like, when was that? Like maybe 3, 4, 5 days ago, reminding us of her uncle's court date. That was this morning. And I swear to God, I had it set on my calendar. But being that I knew I had the day off, what I normally do, my normal procedure, when I have the day off and it's normally a work day, I turn off
Mm,
all my alarms because otherwise my first alarm goes off at like 5, even though I don't start work till 7. And I got one every 30 minutes up to like 8. And so I turn
right.
off all my alarms, forgetting that I had to be up early in the morning for the court. So when she called me this morning, I was knocked the hell out because I was on here with you last night, and then my son, he had came home because he was out on a date, and he had came home and he sat up and he talked to me for a minute. Now, mind you, by the time he got here, I was already asleep. So he woke me up out of my sleep because his girlfriend had went to she went overseas. Um I'm not even gonna get up and grab my stuff. But she brought us back some what do you call them? I can't even think. Some souvenirs.
Okay.
Cabo. That's what she went. She went to Cabo or something like that. And she brought us back some souvenirs. So he woke me up to show me because every time somebody goes somewhere, I always ask them to bring me back shot glass. So she got me a shot glass and she also got me a lighter case, like a leather lighter case with a really nice Cabo. Now I don't even smoke or nothing like that. I only use lighters to like light a grill or light my candles or whatnot. But it was so nice that she wanted to get it for me. So, I'll put my little lighter in there and whatnot. But what was I gonna say? Okay, so he woke me up and we was up for a while and I was so tired. I was like, okay, I'm tired, leave me alone, go to your room, okay, talking crazy and stuff. And I fell asleep and forgot to set my alarm. So she had called me and I was passed out and I was, oh Lord, I forgot. I forgot. Hey, what's up, Vibrant? How you doing? She said, what's up, the hood table, Miss Slow? Mario said, you probably could teach me, but we would be teaching each other.
How are you?
Miss Slow, is your camera on or off? Like, what's going on over there?
It's off,
Mario
isn't it off?
said it went black, but that's okay. Mario said you could probably teach me, but we'd be teaching each other. I know a few things too.
It was.
I think I am really too old to learn some new tricks. My bones and they don't work like they used to. Mm-mm. I'm gonna need some pain pills, some ibuprofen, some Excedrin, because I might get a headache afterwards.
Okay,
I might get a headache afterwards.
don't talk to me.
Oh, Jesus. He said, Tanya, your camera ain't on. Nope, I'm in the bed. Mario, I am in the bed in my pajamas. I don't normally go live from the bedroom, but it feels so good. And I did not feel like getting out the bed, Mario. So I'm laying here on this bed talking to y'all. Talking to y'all. But Mario, did you what was I gonna ask him about? Mario, you need to tell me what you think about the thing with Mickey Joseph. Have you heard? Well, Sislo, I don't know if if you watch sports or anything like that, but we had our football coach. Here in Nebraska, we had the Nebraska Cornhuskers, who have not been doing really well on the field in a long time. And so the most recent coach that we had was Scott Frost. They fired him. They let him go. And we didn't
No.
have another coach to hire back right away. So they hire, you know how they hire an interim coach just to, you in there in the being in between time till they find a permanent coach. So this interim coach, he's been coaching ever since they fired Scott Frost. And I think he won how many games, Mario? Maybe 2, 3, maybe 3 at the most. And then just recently, and I'm gonna pull up the clip. Child, it's always a scandal, child. It's always a scandal, Sislo.
Oh Lord.
It's a scandal. And I wanted to talk about it because of the simple fact, not just because it's news in our backyard, here where I'm from, but I wanted to get you guys' opinions about the whole situation altogether. Basically, the coach was arrested for beating on his wife.
Excuse me?
He tried to choke her.
What?
Uh-huh. Yes. So I'm gonna I ain't even gonna say try, he did. So let me pull up the video because I'm not even gonna say a try, but I want y'all to see this video and then we gonna talk. Let's see. Share camera, share window. Okay. Girl, it's a hot mess going on here in Nebraska, y'all.
Belligerent with him, right?
Okay, here we go.
That's not cool, bro.
Let me put up our little thing, Sislo. Sometimes I forget. Little copyright disclaimer.
Man, you choked her also.
This guy has talked such a big game, but just sat down every single opponent in front of him.
Now to the breaking news in Lincoln. Just days ago, Mickey Joseph was Nebraska's interim head football coach. Tonight, he's in the Lancaster County Jail.
Police arrested Joseph today in a case of domestic violence. TV News Watch 7's Bill Shammert is on the live desk.
Rob, Quinicia, the details are still limited tonight, but we know that domestic violence accusation also involves strangulation. Here's what we know so far. A call to a second home at 1:54 this afternoon. After investigating, Mick Joseph was arrested at a different location. He was strangulation and third-degree domestic assault. Police are not saying anything else about the case to protect the victim's identity, and we are doing the same. Joseph played quarterback for Nebraska in the late 80s and early 90s. He was hired as Nebraska's wide receivers coach last December and promoted to interim head coach in September. He coached the Huskers in 9 games. His status with the team was up in the air under new head coach Matt Rule. Nebraska Athletics Director Trev Albert sent us this statement moments after the news broke tonight. Quote, "I was made aware of the charges against Coach Joseph, and given the nature of the allegations and based on university policy, he has been placed on administrative leave. We will have no additional comments at this time." Joseph has not been formally charged yet. We expect that to happen tomorrow. Makes his first court appearance tonight. We do know he's still in the Lancaster County Jail. Back to you.
All right, Bill, thanks.
Okay, now he wasn't formally charged at that time, but then he was eventually, let's see, let me put the next video up here. Then he was eventually, and I'm going to show this next video. It's about a minute long. This was like an update video. Let's see, play. Oh, let me rewind it all the way to the back.
Former Husker interim head coach Mickey Joseph is out of jail, but he's facing a felony assault charge.
Hey, Coach.
24 hours after being booked into the Lancaster County Jail, Joseph bonded out Thursday. A judge set his bond at $20,000. He paid the 10% or $2,000 to get out. It comes as new details emerge about the allegations stemming from Wednesday afternoon. According to the Lincoln Police Report, Joseph and his Priscilla were arguing about alleged infidelity. She says he pushed her on the couch, started to choke her. The police report states Priscilla pushed him off, but then he grabbed her by the hair, pulled her back, and punched her. An officer says Priscilla had redness and visible swelling around her eye. Mickey Joseph is also accused of trying to flush her phone down the toilet. According to police, Mickey Joseph denied the allegations.
Okay, y'all. So that's like a big story going on right now in our neck of the woods, in our community. But what I really wanted to talk about, because people, even though this is like, it's disgusting every time I hear about a man beating on a woman, somebody much smaller than them, weaker than them, and they're female. It's just, they're a female. Period. That's your wife. That's your baby mama. Your children of your mother. I mean, the mother of your children. But we hear about things like that all the time. But in this situation, her brother was a witness, and he was there, and he witnessed him whooping her ass. He witnessed him strangling her, punching her, pushing her, shoving her. The brother said he was cussing at her, all kind of stuff like that. And so I made a post on my Facebook page because I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you were getting beaten, pushed, thrown about, cursed at, strangled, punched, and your brother?
And your brother did what?
I'm like, your brother
Did what?
did nothing.
What's that?
Hey, what's up, Karma Diva? Miss Shut Shit Down, Punk. Miss Shut Shit Down.
But she act like a brother not.
Hey.
My
I was
love.
like, ain't no way in hell. I made a Facebook post and I said, ain't no way in hell. I said, my brothers, child, we all got a tad bit of crazy in us, me and my siblings. But I'm like, ain't no way my brothers would have stood by. Oh, as soon as my brother would have heard a nigga cussing me out. They're like, hold the fuck up. Don't be cussing at my sister.
Thank you.
Don't be cussing at my sister, nigga. You got life up. I done seen my brothers do some shit, okay, to people. Get this nigga out of here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way.
What happened?
Girl, you didn't hear the stuff about Mickey Joseph?
No.
The interim coach for Nebraska?
What happened?
Okay, I just played a video, but the other day, now you know he was interim coach after Scott Frost got kicked out, right?
Play that first one.
Play the first one or the second one? The second one's better, I thought.
The first one kind of told what he did. Well, I don't know. Go ahead.
The second one told what he did. Hold up. I'll play it again. Hold on.
Sure.
I will play it again.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, Mickey Joseph. See, Karma Diva, I don't think she watched too much sports either, but she might know a little bit about him. But basically, Mickey Joseph, he was the I think, what was he? The offensive coach, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I think he was the offensive coach. But it'll be in the news story. But anyway, he had been hired as, or upgraded, promoted to the interim coach after we fired Scott Frost, after he lost all these games.
Oh,
right?
okay. That's why I know the name.
Right. So the black dude, yeah. So check out this video. It's about a minute long. Because I showed 2 videos, but then I was like, oh, I like this one a little bit better. So here we go. All right.
And where were you at this morning?
I was just talking about that. I'll recap you in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Former Husker interim head coach Mickey Joseph is out of jail, but he's facing a felony assault charge.
Oops, my bad. I tried to make it bigger and I made it go down to the bottom.
Former Husker interim head coach Mickey Joseph is out of jail, but he's facing a felony assault charge.
Hey, Coach, you need to say it all?
24 hours after being booked into the Lancaster County Jail, Joseph bonded out Thursday. A judge set his bond at $20,000. He paid the 10% or $2,000 to get out. It comes as new details emerge about the allegations stemming from Wednesday afternoon. According to the Lincoln Police Report, Joseph and his wife Priscilla were arguing about alleged infidelity. She says he pushed her on the couch and started to choke her. The police report states Priscilla pushed him off, but then he grabbed her by the hair, pulled her back, and punched her. An officer says Priscilla had redness and visible swelling around her eye. Mickey Joseph is also accused of trying to flush her phone down the toilet. According to police, Mickey Joseph denied the allegations.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what had happened. And the reason why I want to discuss it, like I said, we hear a lot about guys beating or, fighting with their wives or girlfriends or whatnot. But what got me was the brother of the wife had basically said that he witnessed the entire thing, like the whole thing, like her getting beaten, her getting thrown, her getting pushed, her being cussed out, her getting punched, and her being strangled on the couch to the point where she could not breathe at all. And the brother, that's what I made a post about. I was like, ain't no way in hell my brothers, and everybody was commenting on the post like, no way my brother would have grabbed him, would have beat him. We all be fighting. We would have jumped that motherfucker. Like,
my brother would not have the first words out of his mouth had that man cussed at me would have probably
right.
been the last words coming out of his mouth if Skylar Jones is anywhere in the vicinity.
And I know my
ain't
brother's
going
good
down
for
like
that.
It just ain't going down like that, especially since, I have to say my brother respects me in a way, kind of like a motherly figure because, while mama was working 2-3 jobs, I was taking care of him. So he ain't finna let nobody, male or female, disrespect me like that.
Ain't nobody.
And neither would mine. My brothers, they bout it, rowdy. They been about that life. We bout that life from the streets. And ain't no way. As soon as they would have heard bitch or, so I don't know what the man probably said to his wife, but usually when you cussing out somebody, you probably the word bitch might come out or something. But yeah, as soon as them cuss words start coming out, they would have came from the came from out the other room or wherever they was at, and like, what the fuck going on here? Don't be cussing my sister out like that. Is there a problem?
And as much as, me and my sister-in-law, we've come a long way as far as our relationship with each other. And I love her dearly. But I have told her, let me find out that you have done something to upset the balance that is my brother or my nieces. I will come from the pits of hell to find you.
Down there.
Who you
She said,
telling?
It ain't going down like that. Period.
Nope. And that's why I'm like, I know these people. Mickey Joseph, he's like 50 something, so I'm assuming his wife is probably around the same age. So her brother, it ain't like we dealing with like a teenager. I don't know her brother's age, but he definitely ain't no damn teenager if she's that old. So he got to at least be in his upper 20s, 30s, 40s, So for you to be sitting around, I'm like, nigga, what the fuck?
Well,
Unless you handicapped or sick or I don't know.
Look, kind of like the best friend of Shanquella Robinson. What was you doing? What was you doing? You just sitting there?
No,
Just watch
they always fucking her up, and I can't wait till the rest of them get arrested because ain't no way she had friends just sitting around and standing around after what we heard about them going on shopping sprees with her credit cards and shit afterwards.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, girls, all kind of tea out there. It's been on the
I've been
news and
trying to
everything.
now see, I've been trying to keep up with that story because that is that's so just just dirt ball, just that's devilish. Just that's
Right.
devil period. That's demon material. That's just demon like period.
Yeah,
That's not even just, oh, that's wrong. No, that's devil. That's the
that's
devil.
levels. It's like it's levels to fuck shit.
Right,
That is
right.
like I could
That's
never.
I
Mm-mm.
mean, and as much just like how me and my best friend had got into it, even still, I can't see me and her going at it like that. Or me and
Right,
any of her sisters going at it like that. That
right.
just that's not our thought processes.
Hmm.
And then on top of that, part of the reason they got busted, had they not videotaped it, they probably could have got away with murder, literally.
Cislo?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, because you
Oh,
had dropped down, another
I
one come
switched.
up.
I switched devices.
Okay, I was just making
oh,
sure we didn't have no
I,
but
imposter.
these kids nowadays, they want to film everything. Film
Yep,
everything. You snitching on yourself, dummies.
exactly.
yep.
You don't leave evidence. You don't put it out there.
But they think they
You
smart.
told on yourself.
They think they smarter than the game. You know what I'm
Which
saying?
I'm glad they did. I'm glad they were the
Oh
biggest
yeah.
dummies ever.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
glad they got that title
I'm
for
glad they are
the biggest
too.
loser.
As Charlemagne would say, y'all the donkeys of the decade.
Yep, the donkeys of the
And
decade. Yep.
I pray everything that comes your way, you deserve.
Mhm.
Every negative thing that comes your way, because who are you? And I mean, I'm quite sure they didn't go into it thinking they were finna kill this girl. I'm quite positive of that.
I
But
don't
the
know.
fact but
I
the
don't know.
fact remains,
My beg to argue, honey.
I don't
Girl,
know, baby. I
mm,
think I think
girl, I'm telling you, you definitely need to check out videos and news stories on this because it literally seems like they took her over there to
yeah to
do that to
use.
her, especially afterwards. Like, okay, how you like me and Karma Diva been knowing each other for a long time. So if
right.
I was to go out of town with Karma Diva and a couple of other homegirls, and she was to pass away, ain't no way in hell. For number one, will I leave her there? She has no family. Her mama ain't there. Her daddy ain't there. Her kids ain't there. Her man ain't there. I'ma at least stay until her loved ones get there.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they left that damn Mexico
That same
so
day.
damn fast, which is also irresponsible of the Mexican authorities to allow them to leave and get their asses back on the plane to the states
I got a
because they could have been
question though.
gathering
Let
all
me
kind of
stop you.
evidence. They could have been gathering all kind of them folks could have had blood on them. They could have had any type of evidence on them, and they allowed them to leave.
Hold on, but
Um,
here I got a question, and I mean I'm sorry, but I need to interrupt right there.
mhm.
I got a issue with the motherfucking doctor. How you gonna let the friends tell you not to take her to the hospital? You are the medical professional. You are the one who said she needed to be seen at the hospital. I don't give a damn what nobody else in that room say. When you come on the scene, you are liable for that girl's health, her life. The first words of the Hippocratic Oath is first do no harm. So you did harm by not following your first instinct, your medical training, and taking that girl to the hospital like she should have been. So you sat there for 3 hours, 3 hours trying to get a damn line in and doing CPR.
Yeah.
So the doctor need to be sued too and arrested.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they said that her death certificate originally
It's
stated
all
that she
fucked up.
died 15 minutes after
Ain't no way she
sustaining
could
a
have.
severe spinal cord injury.
Ain't
And
no way
then
she could have.
they said that they confirmed that the Dr. Carolina Beatrice Ornelas Gutierrez, some 10, 20 names, she treated Robertson for nearly 3 hours before she died while vacationing in San Jose del Cabo. Per the report, Winter Donovan, one of Robinson's friends, called for medical assistance on October 29th at 2:13 p.m. House calls for non-emergency treatment are common in tourist areas of Mexico.
Uncle was
But when
on.
the
Hold on, they
doctor,
finna show Uncle on the news.
okay, but they said when the doctor arrived almost an hour later, she encountered a dehydrated Robinson who was unable to speak. When the doctor told to transfer Robinson to a hospital, they refused and insisted that she treat the 25-year-old in the villa. Robinson's vital signs were stable then, but when Gutierrez tried to administer an IV, she was unsuccessful. So that led to them being there all that time, her trying to put a line
You
in
know why
her.
she
And
couldn't
And
get an
here's
IV
the
in?
thing.
Because most doctors do not
They
do
do
IV.
cannot do
They
IV.
don't do
That's why they have a team, an IV team.
right.
uh-huh.
There
That's
are
why they have
nurses.
nurses.
There
When
are
is the
Right.
last time you seen a
nurses
doctor try to
in
do an IV?
Right. 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 Hey
It's hard
everybody,
for
what's
me
up?
because my
Hey y'all
veins
in the chat.
roll, and Carmen DB, you know about that. My veins roll and they infiltrate the
See,
you
mines are small and they very deep.
know,
And the
mine are
thing is,
they roll.
everybody's veins roll. I tell people that all the time. Everybody's veins roll, but then there are people like me. If like they have them little machines where they can take where they
Yep,
show you how
like
you.
Doppler, like where it
There's an
finds.
officer involved shooting. Where? Oh, way out west. Um, but yeah, they show you how your veins go. My
Mhm.
veins is as crooked as a damn spider web. I was like, how the hell is that even possible? But
Yep.
That is
It
just crazy. They managed to manipulate the doctor into the whole doctor. I'm like,
right.
here's the
doctors are
thing
usually
though.
out of our
Here's
way.
the
We gotta
thing.
take her. We gotta like they usually are more um over. Oh, no, I don't want to say demand,
But see, here's
but
the thing,
But
sis.
then we also have to think this is a foreign country. This is
Right,
not.
and there's a language barrier. That you know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? There's a
well,
language.
yeah, yeah, that's
Well, she.
true.
But the thing is, they
But I
said
would
she
think that if
spoke
it was a
English.
doctor, that the doctor
She.
would. That's what I was about to say. Most doctors in foreign countries still speak multiple languages. So, like Carmadiva said, they did say she spoke English. But I just
And
want to
she
say
was
hi
on
real quick to the
she
people
was
in the
at an
chat.
American hospital.
Right. Hello, Connie. Feel free to jump on the link if you want.
Hey,
Hello,
Connie.
fam. Feel free to jump on the
Honey.
link if you want. I'm gonna drop the
Hey,
link again
Vibrant
just in case
Bull.
anybody wants to
Hey,
click on the link.
Mario. And
Yes,
I do
Mario. I don't
want
know
to
what happened
say,
to Mario. He bounced out of here, I think.
I read his comments, and I want to extend my deepest condolences to you and your family. We got much
Yeah,
love
the
for
50 year
you
old
on the
girl.
hood table. Yeah, and we are there with you in spirit and in faith. And I also want to send a big shout out and a thank you to 402 for being there today with me and my family, for sitting there with us, for coming to support us, for coming to support me. I appreciate it more than you would ever know. That meant the world to us, and we packed that courtroom. Let me tell you, we packed that courtroom,
Right.
both sides. We had it
I
full.
believe it.
We had it full, and so my uncle had plenty of support today. Plenty of
Let me
support.
show the clip real quick. Let me show
Good, cause
the clip real quick. And
I ain't even
for the
seen it.
people who do not even know about the story, this is a local story in Omaha, Nebraska. It happened a couple years ago, and a white employee put a noose on the desk of a black employee, which happens to be Carmel Diva, her uncle. And so we broke the story to the table. And after that, it just went like it just started trending. It went nationwide. The guy was charged and he had to go to court, and there was a trial and everything. And
Oh,
her
can I
uncle.
say this? Can I say what this fool said today real quick before you can show that clip?
Well, can I? You want to say that before I show the clip? Okay, go ahead.
He says the reason he did it is because it was a slow night and he wanted to stir things up a little bit. This is what he said in open court today. It
Wow.
was a slow night and
Okay.
he wanted to stir things. I was like, and I want to stir my booted foot up your ass. It took
Wow.
everything for me to sit still and to be quiet while I'm sitting here listening. And they told me he's 66 years old and he didn't have the opportunity to understand what a noose represented. I said, and I told his lawyer afterwards, we were standing
Bullshit.
around. I said, he live in the
Bullshit.
United States of America.
During the civil
At
rights
what
movement.
point do you not understand what a noose represents to a black person? I said, as a matter of fact, I know it's a fucking lie because he just sat there and said that he did it to stir things up. So if you did that to stir things up, then damn it, you knew exactly what it represented. And you put it on there was other machines there, but you made a point to put it on the machine of a black man, the only black man working. Give it up. Quit playing with me.
Yeah.
But I'm
And let me
sorry.
play the news clip real quick. No, you're fine. I just want to play the news clip real quick so people can see what the outcome is. But and then we'll resume conversation on this. So let me everybody hit mute, please. Thank you.
Mhm.
A federal judge sentences an Omaha man for a civil rights crime. Former Oriental Trading employee, 66-year-old Bruce Quinn, was sentenced to 4 months in prison and 1 year of supervised release for knotting a piece of twine into a noose and leaving it on his black coworker's seat.
4 months.
Girl, I was so
That's all you get for a civil rights crime is 4 months.
I was so because they had
I
to
guess you gotta actually hang them to get longer.
They had to factor in that although he made the noose, it wasn't big enough to to hurt him. First of all, that was one part of it because it was just a small piece of twine, but it was as my aunt read. Oh, I wish I had a copy of that. I'm gonna have to get a copy of
Well,
the
what about
impact.
the other part, the stalking and all that?
They ain't even addressed that part, but they my aunt was saying, even though it was a small piece of twine, it wasn't that it couldn't hurt him, but it was the fact that even though it was a small piece of twine, it was the emotional, the psychological that hurt him. Cause see, that small piece of twine can be thrown away, but the impact of what it represented, especially to a black man in America, knowing the history, that's what's gonna hurt my uncle. That's what's hurting my uncle still. And like I told his lawyer, yeah, he can go away for 4 months and then serve his year of basically house arrest, but my uncle is gonna have to live with this forever. That thought that somebody thought that little of him because he's a black man. That thought, and trust me, this of all my uncles, it was like you chose him. He don't talk. He don't bother nobody. He the first one to come and help somebody, to give you money if you need it. I mean, he wouldn't know that because he don't know my uncle. But it's the fact that my uncle will have to live with that forever. That thought is going to be in his mind forever.
No, he didn't get to keep his job, Connie. And you're right. Connie said it represents symbolic oppression.
Yeah.
That's what it represents, even though it was just a little piece of twine that couldn't bring him no harm. How do they know that the man really didn't want to really physically harm him? And that this was like a threat? So 4
when
months,
they first,
that was
they did
entirely
bring up
true.
his first like interviews with the police. The police were like, it was like one-on-one at first. That cop, and he came to court today and sat with the family too, the arresting officer and the one that interviewed him. He got creeped out by this motherfucker because he was talking about he talking about Proud Boys and yeah, it's time to scare the black folks and this and that. Just, I mean, all kind of crazy shit. So yeah, he was like, hold on
He
just
had
a
a
second.
battery
We
in his
got
back
somebody
from
else.
Trump. Trump put a battery in his back.
No, he didn't get to keep his job. He lost his job, thank God. And now he talking about he didn't want to go. He wanted probation because he's the caretaker of his wife. And they brought up, and I was glad they brought it up. They said, yeah, you talking about you the caretaker. That's called life. We all got somebody to take care of. That's called life. I was like, yes. And I will say that judge, she let him have it. She
I'm
did.
just over here talking and y'all can't even hear me.
Hold up, that's CP? CP? Are you there? Oh, what's up, homie?
Hey, baby. Why
Since you out there, he always out driving around every time he get on here. Like, go. Why don't you go up to dang, what time is it? 10, 11. Dang, what's still open?
The park. You still got about 45 minutes to park there.
You said where at? The park.
Yep.
No, nobody. It's too damn cold, girl. I thought somebody was knocking and banging on my windows and doors this evening.
No, the way that wind came up, woo,
girl,
my windows is rattling. Let me tell
Same
you.
here. I literally swear I thought somebody was breaking in. I'm about to run, get the handling. I'm like, what's going on?
Tanya, did y'all see this? It's a tick.
Hold on, let me tell. First of all, let me tell CP that he froze. Can everybody verify that he is frozen? Because you know how he be doing me. He be like, you just be trying to kick me off just because.
You like a icicle.
At least he ain't got no funny. At least his facial expression ain't all funny and stuff in a frozen. He actually looks pretty handsome there, huh?
Oh, and can I address something real quick? It was in the chat, in our little chat. That wasn't him in that picture.
Oh yeah, no, I knew it wasn't him.
Oh, okay.
Look a lot like him.
He did
kind.
Oh
yeah, we knew that wasn't him. Yeah, we knew that wasn't him.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't him.
She just posted it in there. Yeah,
that ain't him.
No, she
Yeah,
had
okay.
showed me at first. She showed me at first. And I was like, oh my God, your cousin's friend looked just like him.
Oh,
But
okay. I did see it was the cousin's friend,
The
but I
other
was like,
guy
the cousin
though,
is
the
friends with
other
him?
guy looked like that one guy though. You see him, Carmel?
oh, do you see
I-
what Connie said? She said CP stands for carpool.
Oh, it could stand for
But he
something else,
is
but
always in the car. Every time he jumps on here, he always in the car going somewhere. Then she said she just clowning. We know you just clowning, girl. That's funny though.
Listen,
Wait till he get back on here. He can be like, Connie. I don't carpool for nobody.
oh my God, how about today? So after it was the trial, sentencing was at the federal courthouse. So I went ahead and I parked in the parking garage across the street. I didn't know where to park, so I parked in there. How about I'm trying to get out of this damn thing? I pull up to the thing to pay. They talking about, oh, you can't pay with credit card at the thing. So where the hell am I supposed to pay to get out of here? It don't accept cash. So I had to back out, and then you have to park and walk inside this little thing and go pay at this machine. Okay, you pay at the machine, you get your ticket back. So now I gotta drive back up to the little thing, to the gate. I put my ticket in there. It says, "Thank you, drive safely," but the arm don't come up.
so drive safely into the eye.
So I'm sitting here and I can't go nowhere. And now you done took my ticket, so it ain't like I can put it in another damn thing. I'm like, oh, so I back out of there, and I had seen in the lane next to me somebody who went through. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go through there. Maybe I can just go. Nope. It says that this one is jammed. What the hell you mean is jammed? So I'm pushing the button to say assistant. This one don't even ring. The other one rings, but don't nobody pick up. Okay, this is after all the shit that done happened in the courtroom. Now I can't get out of the damn parking garage. I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? So this lady, I guess she worked
Ram that damn
nearby.
thing down.
That was a
Just drive
girl.
through. Like Medea, just.
So this lady pulls up next to me, and I was like, "Oh, the machines. I don't know how." She was like, "Oh, I'm calling somebody right now." So I guess she worked there. She knew. So somebody comes down. This dude comes down, and he opens the arm up for her. And he comes over. He says, "Hey, I won't even charge you to get out. If I can use your lighter." I said, "Well, I done already paid." He was like, "Oh, you did?" I said, "Yeah, but you can still use the lighter." He said, "Oh, okay. Hold on just a second." And leaves me sitting here so
After
he
he
can
takes
run
your
and go get his,
lighter?
so he can run. No, he leaves me sitting there so he can run and go get his cigarettes. And then come back, lit his cigarette, and then lifted the arm for me to go. I'm like, you know what? I need to just go the fuck home. Just get off the street. And then wait a minute. So I'm trying to buy something online. I have all my Christmas stuff on there. It keeps declining my card. I'm like, what the hell? It went through at Pettit's. I bought my donuts. So I said, okay, my daughter been sick. She been home all week. She told me she wanted a hamburger. I said, okay. So I go to King Kong, order us some food. I'm in the drive-thru. The damn card won't go through
Ooh, that
now.
sounds good. Ooh, that sounds good.
So I have to pull over. I had to get out the line, pull over, call the bank. They talking about, first of all, they sent me a text talking about, is this fraud? No, it's not fraud. I'm trying to make a purchase. So I have to call the bank. They done transferred me twice. And then she was like, "Oh, it's because you ran it too many times. You only have so many times per day to run it." Well, how many times can I run it per day? It's
Yeah,
my car.
some banks are like that.
She
Some
talking about
banks are
20.
like that.
I said, "I'm sitting here. I can't even get my lunch." He was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
well, let's
I hate
fix
that, but
that."
some banks are like that. Or you can only take out a certain amount
Yeah.
a day.
I was like,
That's it.
"Let me just go
I know he
home."
was like, damn, is it a full moon up in this motherfucker today? Is it
No,
full
you ain't lying. I was like, today is it Mercury retrograde or something going on? Oh, why? And
I
I
don't know.
believe in that stuff.
Yeah,
It
what's
You're
was,
right,
happening,
Connie. He
y'all?
wasn't shit for that. He left her ass there to go get his cigarettes. Like,
yeah.
you ain't no
Sister,
real smoker, because a real smoker always have their cigarettes on
And
them.
that's what he said. He said, "I can't believe I left my lighter." I said, "Well, hell, if that's the case, you should have just left the cigarettes."
He don't
Because
need
what's
neither.
the
He don't
point?
need no cigarettes. He don't need no black. He don't need nothing.
I couldn't believe that nigga left me there to run and go get his cigarettes. I'm like, I already been sitting here like 5 minutes, actually more
Did
longer
you
than
have
that.
people behind you?
Not that time. Not at first. And then
Oh
people
God.
started coming.
I would have been
I
so embarrassed. Like, girl, you should have just ran through there. Like, I mean, what could they say? Y'all shit is faulty.
Right. He was like, "Oh, yeah, somebody else said that the other day. I'm gonna have to take a look at that." No shit, Sherlock. If
Girl,
somebody
I would
told
have
you
took
that the
my
other day,
SUV. My SUV, my white chocolate that I call my SUV would have been right through that damn thing. Like Medea.
oh, I should have. I was in the truck today, so I should have.
See,
Oh,
little bumper, put a little bumper love on it. Shit.
I did pull all the way up on it to see, like, maybe it'll go up. That motherfucker didn't move. The only time it moved was when the wind blew.
That's like when you go to a stop sign. I mean, a red light, and the red light, you be sitting there, and it turned green 50 times for the other people.
Oh,
You go back and forth. But for your red light, it
I
don't
hate
move,
that.
not once. And I
That's
will
that light
take
on
my
Dodge.
ass right through that light. I will take my ass. I'll give it 2-3 cycles. After that, I'm
That's that
out.
light.
Pew!
I'm telling you, that's that light on 72nd and Dodge.
Yep.
Man, you get up there to that turn signal, I promise you.
Yeah,
I
it's the
promise
turn
you.
signal. That's the one I'm talking about. The turn signal light don't
It
change.
only
Like,
lasts it lasts less than 10 seconds. And then everybody is trying to turn this direction. And then the light for everything else it just goes on
yep,
and on and
everybody else's
on.
lights keep changing and rotating, and you still sitting there waiting on a turn signal.
Right. I hate that fucking turn signal. But
y'all
Isaac, how you doing, baby?
Hey, what's happening,
Hey,
man?
baby.
I'm just fucking with this ring light. Y'all can see the keyboard and everything.
Yeah,
Uh,
you got a new ring light?
Yeah, I've had it for a little bit. My sweetheart got it for me. Can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear this? Is this clear?
oh yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's
Hey,
clear.
bell, ting, ting, tingling, jing,
Is it
jing.
clear?
That sounds good.
Give me
Okay.
a ride.
Seriously, I've never like on YouTube Live. I'm just fucking with I'm just
Give
wanting
me
to
a
see
ride,
how.
Isaac.
And look, he on camera tonight.
I
What?
know. He been on camera with us. He been on camera with us like all week.
How we get to be so blessed tonight?
Girl, he been on camera with us all week. You just ain't been joining us.
I
Y'all ain't,
was
man, y'all
working.
ain't said a motherfucking thing to me, but that's all right though, cause niggas ain't shit. What's
First
going
of all,
on?
you
Like,
was on mute.
What's
you
You
up,
was
already
on
Trent?
know what
What
the
mute.
hell
happened?
going down. I'm on my Patron, or I'm at home. I'm ET
Oh,
phone home, so
I'm
y'all
on
know
my.
what's going
You on
down. You know what I'm
Patron?
talking
He
about?
call you
I
Trent.
got
What
my
happened?
Yeah,
little
yeah,
vodka and cran going on over here.
I'm on my.
yeah.
I'm
ET
on.
phone home.
But I got all y'all beat. I got some
You
cherry
got some
pepper.
what? Some water.
Cherry
She
pepper.
said cherry plus.
I
She
got
got
some
Uh,
she got
Coca-Cola.
some
Let me tell you what
backsliding
I
juice.
got. Hold on, you hear what I got? You heard me? I got New Amsterdam Gin with 100% pineapple juice and
Mm.
100% cranberry watermelon juice.
Oh well.
Oh,
There's a whole lot of juice
that
going
sounds
on.
good.
Nah, babe, it's this much gin. It's this much. No, don't play with me, babe. I'm from
Is that
New Orleans.
something
It's
you?
this much
Is that
gin.
something you created? That's one of your little drink recipes.
Mm-hmm.
See,
All
and all I got is
Oh,
vodka
right.
and
damn.
cran. All I got
No,
is
but
vodka
it's
and
a
cran.
cranberry watermelon from Ocean Spray. It got a nice little sweet
What?
aftertaste.
Oh, and see, that's what I got. I just got the
Yeah,
regular.
whooshing spray.
What?
Oh, Connie said
But I
request.
taste mostly gin because
Connie, you trying to get us
Fine.
to get a you trying to get my video to be demonetized, Connie child. You know we can't play them child, they would demonetize our video.
Ooh, it
oh,
is for real
I know
cold
that ain't my
outside. It is
fam. Hold up,
18
hold up, hold up.
degrees. It is
Hold up.
18
I
degrees
know that
outside.
ain't my fam. That ain't my fam.
The sick and
Oh my
only.
god, this is the first time you jumped up on here.
Hey, hi fam.
Hey,
How
that's
you
my cousin.
doing?
Hey,
My
what's
fam.
up?
Who is that?
No.
Fam. Marlon.
That's my cousin,
Huh?
y'all.
Hi,
How you
cousin
doing,
Marlon.
fam? Let us be fam.
Marlon.
She said,
Are you happily married, Marlon?
No, I
Are you
live
happy?
in
Tanya finna be my cousin.
oh,
I
don't
live
be get on here flirting with my cousin.
yeah,
Oh,
y'all better stop.
no. Are you happily married, Marlon?
No, I'm happily single.
Oh,
Oh, look at
there's
there.
somebody in Detroit that can make your dreams come
he childish.
Look at here. Let's
All
be
the ladies love my cousin.
somebody over here in
well,
Detroit. Make your
let's have
dreams come true, dear heart.
let us be single and
Marlon,
mingle then.
don't let him catch you up, Marlon. Don't
How
let him
tall
catch
are you,
you up.
Marlon?
I'm about
No,
5'10".
y'all really up here
Why y'all
flirting with my
asking all these
cousin.
questions?
They
I
up here really flirting.
told you why I was asking.
I don't live in Omaha. I live in Hastings.
I don't live in Omaha either.
Oh my God.
Hastings ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump up the road. So how
I
you doing,
I
sir?
got some frequent flyer miles though.
Oh my God.
Oh,
He
Willie,
said he is happily single.
I'm just
He
playing.
is happily. How's the single life going for you, cousin?
No, it goes pretty good. I can do whatever I want. Put it
I
that way.
know.
A
I ain't got to.
grown man with a plan. Y'all heard me.
No,
That's the
I
best
just
part about being single, shoot.
Do
no. I
whatever
mean,
and whoever you want, huh?
I just don't put up with no mess because I mean I've been married twice, and I'm not going to say I was the greatest husband in the world. I'm not going to say I've been the greatest person in the world, but I know how what I can put up with and what I can't. And so
Right.
I got to the point as I got older and starting to realize, look, I'm tired of arguing about nothing. I'm tired of dealing with women that's insecure, being hurt in the past or whatever. It ain't got nothing to do with it. So I got to the point, rather than be confused all the time about and going home dealing with nonsense or whatever, I just rather be by myself because that way I ain't got to argue with myself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So basically, I can just live my life, know what I can deal with and what I can't deal with. So
See,
therefore,
I had a lot of failed relationships, and it
You
took
know,
me saying to myself, am I the person that I would want somebody else, that somebody would want to date? Would I date me with the way I behave, the way I act, my mindset? Would I date me?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And
that's a good.
it
That
took me thinking that way, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I can change this, I can change that. And then when I said, you know what, I'm tired, I'm done with all of these Negroes, I'm gonna just be single.
why the music start playing?
No, he didn't play you no stuff.
It's like that little tiny
I'm listening
violin
to
sound,
talking.
right when you.
But right when I decided I was done, trying to be in relationships, I was like, I'm
Yeah,
over it.
you got theme music.
I even said, she about to
When
go
you
down that road.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just being
Karma
stupid.
Diva, he's serenading you, Karma Diva.
No, we just,
Hey,
we
I'm just saying, let me kick some knowledge to y'all. Okay.
girl,
But
I
no, I'm glad
I
you
got
said
a lot
that
of
though,
knowledge.
Karma Diva, because I think everybody should take inventory and
We
ask
have
themselves,
to.
am
We
I
have
the type of
to.
person that I would want to date? You know?
Right. And you know, I know, like Kevin said, I know I'm not perfect. I have not been with perfect persons, but I had to figure out what it was that I was doing, and then not only that, what am I willing to accept, and what am I willing to, you know, draw the line and stand about. What I'm gonna say,
Right.
hey, I'm not this bullshit. I'm not gonna take this here. No. And
Yep. And
once
Connie
I
said she over
figured,
there crying.
Uh,
Connie is cracking
Mr.
up.
Margaret, let me just tell you, my name is Crystal, and I like to have fun. So I was joking with you. I
Hey,
was
Oh, y'all good? Y'all good?
trying to make my mark.
my name is
hey,
Mama
Isaac.
Sugar, and I'm an Aries.
What's happening, baby? Oh, you an Aries, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
My pa, I was raised by Aries. My pa, who had me at the age of 60, is the Aries. My
Hey,
daddy
April
had
Connie, you
6th.
should jump on the link, Connie.
yeah,
Well,
my pa had me at the age of 60. You heard me? He an Aries, April 10th, 1926.
Well, I'm April 6th up in the house.
Oh, okay, you are all right. What's up? I'm a
Woo!
Virgo, baby. Friday the
Well, I am
13th.
December 29th, and the whole month is my birthday.
Yeah.
well, I'm February
Boo.
17, 1972.
Hi,
My
Champagne.
birthday February 17th.
Hey, Champagne.
Hey, Champagne.
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah.
Champagne.
Don't be hating on the Capricorns. Y'all better stop hating on us Capricorns.
Who that
Oh,
playing that music
Capricorns.
though?
No, I ain't nobody. Look, no, Tanya, you
That's
already know,
Isaac.
baby.
Why do I feel like
My
I'm
lover
in
for
Von
50
Moore?
years is a Capricorn. December 26th.
Isaac,
You ain't,
did you hear, bro?
you ain't
Isaac,
shit for that.
did you
What
hear,
is
bro? He said, "Why do I feel like I'm at Von Mar?"
that?
Oh man.
Man, don't say that, because you know this was that time of year when that
I
boy
know,
went
man,
in
but
there
you
and
know I
shot
had to
up.
get that out. I used to work there,
I
so
know.
and the funny part about it, the first dude that was the first victim of that shit was my supervisor, Gary Christensen. Real shit.
Are y'all talking about the mass shooting
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sound
at
right.
Von
I
Mar?
was
Oh
around
my
the block.
God.
Look, I
Oh,
used
no,
to
That
no.
was
work
my
over there
dude,
at
man.
West.
You talking about
And
the
we
He
was
was
recent
I
cool.
was
shooting?
at West, and we was outside smoking, and we heard all them rescue squads and shit. We was like, oh, okay, what is
I
that?
don't know about this.
And then go inside and see that this crazy motherfucker done went in there in the
Hold on,
mall.
huh? I'm fucking with this camera, y'all. Now,
I
it's a
And
could
little
not
bigger rig.
believe
I
it.
can't hold it up and down. It only can hold in one position. So I got to work with it.
I could not believe it when that was 2007.
Hold on, look.
7
I'm
dang,
about
it was that long ago?
around about 7 or 8. Yeah, you're right.
It was 2007, y'all.
Yeah,
I
trust
just
me.
know we was outside and I heard all of that shit, and we was like, what is going on? And then to go and watch TV and see that he done shot he went up on the 4th floor and shot people like fish in a barrel.
Oh, yeah, I heard about, yeah.
And
Yep.
then he hide in the women's dressing room for a minute.
Google
Or he
it.
went there and killed
Yep.
himself, something like that. But
Yes, you do.
Yeah, he
my
killed
thing
8
is this,
people. That happened on it was around the holidays. Remember, a lot of people this was
yeah.
full because of Christmas time. It was on December 5th, 2007.
Some pretty good.
And they said it was like 8 people killed.
It was.
And
And
that's
he
what I
shot
don't
mainly old
understand. Like,
people. It was
but see,
mainly
my
old
thing is
people he
this.
shot.
But see, my thing is this: a lot of malls do not. They don't even want you to bring in, even if you got a concealed weapons license. Malls do not want you to bring them in. But there's so many mass shootings that happens at malls,
Man, let me
and
tell you
I
something.
feel some type of way. I feel some type of way about these places that don't allow gun holders just because of a particular situation. Just like at the movie theaters. shootings at the movie theater, shootings at church. But them is like one of
Yeah.
the main places they don't want you to bring a weapon. But it's like,
I don't
okay, these
advocate
criminals,
for
they know
suicide, period.
exactly.
Look, I don't
I'm
advocate for
going.
suicide, period. But my thing is this: if you that fucked up and that depressed, why you gotta go fuck with people who don't even know you exist? They have nothing to do with you. Go
Right.
ahead, take yourself out. Take yourself out of your misery. But leave everybody else the fuck alone.
Well, that would be too considerate. Think about it. When the person know they about to take themselves out, they gonna do the most selfish thing that they gonna do because, well, shit, they know they about to go anyway, and that's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's part of the psychology of it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna do it. Because they fix they know they're about to be on their way out. They know they're about to face no jail time. They know they're not about to deal with the cause and the effects of what they did. So that's
Yeah, that's true.
That or them punk motherfuckers that go places and
of
shoot
course.
places up, and then
But
they
they
don't kill
also know
themselves.
where they
They
can get
live.
away. Like, not where they can get away with it, but they also know like the places that don't allow the common person to have a weapon. And that's the problem.
Yeah, but
That's
Just
why
like
I
churches,
carry
you're
what I
supposed to bring a
carry.
gun in the church. But we all know that people like to shoot up churches.
Is this music
So
too loud, y'all?
yeah,
yeah, it is a little bit, yeah.
it's ringing. It's been
What about
ringing for a
now?
It's
while.
a little loud. Yeah, it's a little loud.
Well, hold on. What about now?
Yeah.
Is it
That nigga
lower?
say yeah.
Uh,
Y'all child.
No, for real. I'm asking.
it is a little loud.
Is
Oh,
it
it's been
loud
loud in my
now?
ear. Yeah, because I was told to wear earbuds and shit or whatever,
Um,
or so I put earbuds in and it just ringing in my ear.
oh, you put earbud. Oh yeah, you don't
Is
have
it
to wear
loud? Is
earbuds
it
if you
still
don't
loud
want to.
right
But
now?
No, we
No,
can't hear it
no,
now.
no, we good. We
no,
good now.
we can't hear it now.
Okay.
Yeah, we good now.
Cause I'm
No, but
But yeah, I'm like, go ahead, Marlon.
see earlier when y'all was talking about that white man putting that noose on that seat and shit like that,
Hmm.
man, hey,
Yeah,
I'd have had to have him because you can't play with me like that. Because like I said, I live in Hastings. I live around a lot of white folks, and it's like a lot of them was like, I mean, I could tell the real from the fake or whatever and shit like that. And when they start being like slick at the mouth and all that shit like that, I mean, like me, I told them straight up, I don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like me,
yeah,
just don't talk to me.
Well, see, the
You know what
thing
I'm
is,
saying?
yeah.
my uncle, he hadn't even, this man, my uncle knew who he was because, as a matter of fact, it was his work anniversary.
Uh-huh.
And he had just got to work and was getting ready to start his night, start his shift, and looks and sees this. Now, I don't know if that man knew it was his anniversary, but he
Uh-huh.
was good friends with the nighttime supervisor. And my uncle was so shook up by that he was shaking and could barely write out his complaint. And then they brought something up in court, and I didn't even realize it until they said it. They said they didn't know if he knew he did it, but he did this incident the day before Juneteenth.
Oh.
He did
Wow.
this shit on June 18th, the day before Juneteenth.
Well, see, that just sounds like a racist altogether any damn way from the get.
Uh-huh.
Right.
That's what you call a cat. That's what you call he's a calculated heathen. Now, is this a European or is this a man that's been blessed by the sun?
He's
This was a
European.
white man that put it on my uncle's. He put a noose on my
Ah, okay,
uncle's
the
work
white man from
hand.
town. I thought it was a black man. Which one is it? How come they got the story? They said it was a nigga Jews. Now y'all
No,
saying
it
it
was
was.
no, it was a white man. A white man put a noose on his black co-worker's desk at Oral Trading,
Oh yeah,
and the black man
he
was
would have had an
Carmelita's
Oriental
uncle.
trading ass whooped. That's his ass would have
And
been
that's what I told
Orientally traded.
Carmelita. I'm like,
Thank you, bro.
I
Thank you.
told Carmelita, your uncle handled it.
And
I
y'all
said, I
know.
gotta give kudos to your uncle because a lot of black men would that shit, they would have tore that whole Oriental Trading Center
Cause
up.
you already know, man. I'm
See,
on
they
my
had the right uncle,
general,
because that
man.
uncle
Hey,
there,
shit,
my
you
uncle
get
there,
your shit
he's not.
wet.
My uncle's not. That's not him.
Shit,
That's not his personality. My uncle's not
shit.
about not that
He would
uncle.
have put in
Now,
force
any of
line
his brothers or my
somewhere in
daddy,
the back.
they would have been fighting. They would have been it. That whole place would have been
Yeah, he would
destroyed.
have got his ass dragged in the wood. I'm talking about his. He
Man,
would have got a. When I say that he would have wade in the water ass whooping, yeah.
trust me, we
He said
wanted his
wade in the water.
information because, especially the nieces and nephews, because, like I said, my
Wow.
uncle don't have no kids, so he spoiled us. So we were highly pissed. And as I'm sitting there, and Nathan is my
Yeah,
witness, Nathan was sitting next to me. I was
it
sitting there
would have been
shaking
an old
because I was
ass.
so mad today
I'm talking about.
at what I was hearing in that
They would be
courtroom.
like, it's a gang fight going on because they whooping that man ass. He like a rag doll.
Now, I might not have whipped him at
I
work,
thought it was a
but
game
trust,
fight.
but trust me, I done got his ass.
Shit.
Oh, Uncle Fester
Molly,
looking
you said you ain't
motherfucker.
gonna do it at work. You gonna catch us slipping.
Shit.
No, man, trust me, I done had so many issues at my job down here in Hastings and shit. Like I told him motherfucker quick, I was like, man, you got a problem? Tell me where you want to meet me at.
And what's the
And I,
Where
ratio
you
down
living
there,
at,
black
man?
and
Where
white?
you
Because we
in
staying?
went to
Hay-
visit you one time.
I stay in
We went to
Hastings. I was
visit
born in
you.
Omaha, but I live in Hastings.
Ooh,
Yeah,
you was in the middle of the clan of the country. He said hasty.
Man, I go
we
anywhere
went
I
to visit
want to.
one time and to
I
get back
feel
up
you,
there. But
brother.
the last time we went to Hasten, I
Do
don't
it.
think they wanted us to come back though. Like,
Oh, because
I'm
of
I
giving
ain't
you
Tiffany.
the
been to
heart of
Hastings
Texas,
since
though,
I was
man. You know what I'm talking
believe
about?
there's a
child,
thing
I ain't
one
even gonna
year.
tell y'all the story. I ain't even gonna tell y'all the story. But we went to visit my cousin Marley. He cracking up. We went to visit him in Hastings about 3 years ago or 4 years ago, and I think the whole town was just like, "Don't have your family back up here." And half of my family was in jail that night, like Hastings. I was
See,
like, but I ain't
that
gonna get
shit,
all into it.
nah. Ain't nobody
Oh
about to collect on me, Jack.
no,
You ain't about to
bro,
collect on me.
I ain't gonna get
No,
all
but
into it, but it was a situation that happened and they got locked up and it fault. But I'm just
I
saying,
know how the fam
my
operate.
family, boy, it was easy, but I ain't gonna get all into the details. But what's
me and my
the
family connected with y'all, on the old head level. So
boy,
I know how I get now. You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about? On the real,
yeah,
straight
he
up.
really
but
is.
So
But
you know
what's
the
the
word.
ratio up there? Like, what's the ratio up there? Black
Well, shit,
white.
it's like this is 24,000 people, and I probably say it's about a couple hundred blacks.
that's about
And,
it. If
but
that.
but like I said, I'm black in all aspects. Ain't nothing changed
Yeah.
about me. You know what I'm saying? But I know
I
how
ain't
to
gonna
act and
lie,
how
I
not
was
to act.
scared. I was up
You
there
know,
scared. I was. I ain't even gonna lie, I was scared.
shit, I've been up here for 10 years.
When we was riding around in the middle of the night looking for people, I was like, oh my God, I'm thinking my family members have got hung somewhere. I didn't know what to think. I was
That's
like,
deep.
really? When I say
No,
violent, was I lying? I was scared. I was like,
well, I
what
was worried
everybody?
for a second, but then my neighbor, he came to me. He was like, "You looking for your family?" I'm like, "Yeah." They was like, "Well, the police just hauled off with him." I'm like, "For what?" But then I knew they was. But then I knew they was arguing. I knew they was arguing, so I'm like, "Oh shit, they must have been fighting or something."
Yeah, you
So
going to jail. You're a black man in
They was
Hastings.
drinking, they was
so
You a
banging, they
nigga
was
juice.
banging it out. Like how you
You a
up there
nigga
banging it
juice in
out
the
and it's
middle.
only like 50 black people in the whole town and y'all want to show your ass on our first trip to see our cousin? Man, it was
If you
horrible.
are a nigga juice in the middle of the state of Nebraska, basically, I don't know, is that Lancaster County?
no,
No, that's
this
past
is
Lancaster.
no, this is Adams County.
Oh
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
you going west.
hell
You going a little
no.
north and west with
Yeah, that's
Hastings.
past Lancaster.
Shit. I know where Hastings is at.
Yeah, it's
Hell,
by Glen
I
Valley.
damn near gotta get close to it and go through. Well, now I ain't gotta go all the way through when I'm trying to get to that 81 South, man. I gotta come back home to Texas. Hell no. I go to New York. It's the furthest west I go, and I'm South, Jack. ain't nothing going on. What is you doing? Yeah, my grandson, he going crazy. He trying to
But
figure out
yeah,
what the hell going on. But
we
yeah,
gonna have
that
to get back up there. We gonna have to get back
I
up there,
mean,
cousin. But we gonna
I mean,
act right this time.
Hasty,
the,
Nebraska, boy,
the
that's
town,
deep.
but the town ain't bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The reason why I'm here because it's all laid back, it's quiet. You know
You
what
can
I'm
make
saying?
the
And the
money.
bitches, they don't fuck with me. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Unless like maybe somebody called the cops or whatever and shit about something, but I don't give no reason to call no cops because, like I said, I'm a black man in a white folk area. You know what I'm
Man, that
saying?
boy in
So,
there calling that
but
cop and the bitch, boy.
but
They call the
uh,
police fast as a
uh,
motherfucker,
trust
man.
trust me though, I
but
didn't
you
have some
know,
issues
see,
with
so you
them.
know how you basically know how to lay low up there and shit, and just go to work, do what you gotta do. You have fun, kind of shit, but you kind of like stay out of motherfuckers' way.
Man, this is what I come
Don't get them.
home.
Don't get them
I
a reason.
I
Don't get
kick
them a
back.
reason.
This is what I do. I sit in front of my TV, do my thing. I mind my business. I play my PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot. I mean, I got gals that hit me up here and there or whatever and shit like that. But it's like sometimes I don't even want to be bothered. I just want to be myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean,
Yeah,
I feel more comfortable by myself because it's peaceful. You know, so
yeah,
that's how I live my life. I just figure, you know what I'm saying, whatnot. If I can't live it the way I want to and be at peace, then why bother? You
Right.
know.
that's how I
So
am.
yeah,
And it's
same
like
way to
I've been
be.
single for a minute, but I mean, it's like being single and being in a relationship. They both have their odds and evens. But I swear, when you get out of a relationship, especially if you've been in back to back relationships and they all been whole, and then you get single, it's like I don't want to be fucking bothered. And people like, dang, you still single? I'm like, yep, and I'm happy, and I'm watching all y'all post all that bullshit on Facebook. And I'm hearing about all y'all men cheating on y'all and then people DMs. And I'm
Like
hearing about
everybody's
all
so happy on Facebook and
y'all
Instagram.
so happy
Everybody
on
happy
Facebook.
and,
See, and
and
that's
fighting like cats and dogs in
Tanya.
I
real
mean,
life.
I'm
I can relate to you. I don't know if anybody else a Earth sign, but you know she a Capricorn. I'm a Virgo. We both Earth
Yeah, I'm
signs.
a cap. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My love is a Cap. Because here's one thing, you know what I'm saying, about me having parents so much more mature. I know, see, when you just said that, when I started having sex at 17, 16, and 18 years old, you know, I knew that a lot of other people in high school and heard of other people, they was doing what they do, but that's the problem. They was doing what they do and I knew about it. And then I'll notice this, I was like, yeah, that's kind of like too much, like with all of the other statuses and everything like that. And I'm talking about all walks of life, heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, whatever. And I'm just like, that's just too much of having too many people in your business, and at the same time I'm exploring myself and exploring other people and stuff like that. I don't need no labels or to be tied down with a label that's gonna keep me from being able to explore myself. And I'm not just talking about sex, just with relationships with other people.
Hmm.
So you're not strange for saying, because people seem to think when they say that you're single, just because even if you are not, that doesn't mean that you're lonely. That doesn't mean that you
Right.
don't have other people in your life
but
that are
Exactly.
emotionally
but
there for you. Now,
Exactly.
you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? I'm not in, you know what I'm saying? I can't say what their sexual drive or gratification is for them, but I'm just saying people hear single and they automatically assume lonely. Nah, nigga, I have a mom, a pa. If I got siblings, bitch, I got them. If they have kids, I got nieces and nephews. No, that don't mean that I'm lonely just because I don't have a nigga or a female to sleep next to me at night, or somebody to put my dick in, or they put their dick in me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, what it is with females and males and niggas and niggas
But
and niggas.
people do believe that. They believe that
Yeah.
because you are single, you are miserable. And I
Nah.
swear, I'm not gonna lie, I'm mama in heaven. Sometimes I do be like, I want to be in a relationship, but it's like, God, when you
you
go
know what
from
comes
being
with that.
fucked
You know
up
what comes
relationship,
with that.
Relationships
like
are
I
hard.
don't miss the arguing, I don't miss the cheating, I don't miss the damn near stalking, where you been, how long you going,
Yeah,
where you
see,
been.
I can't have that.
I don't miss. It's so many things that I don't miss that automatically
See, and
come
I
with a
can
relationship.
honestly
I don't
say
care
I
how perfect your
finally.
relationship is. Hold on one second. I don't know. I
Mhm.
know that a lot of people who are in relationships, no matter how perfect you might think their relationship is, oh, they arguing, oh, they doing all kind of fuck shit in the background, but a lot of it on the front, like, oh, I'm so happy. They on Facebook, oh, I'm so happy. My husband told me this, that husband, like some girl that we all know that we interviewed, and the whole damn city knows the whole story by now. Her husband was out here cheating with all kind of women, and when he got busted, he bought a brand new Escalade or a brand new some type of big ass expensive ass truck. You know, had they renewed their vows, just all kind of bullshit. But the whole fucking city know that your man over here got a whole nother relationship, a whole nother family that he been having for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Hold up. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm single. I live in this town. Man, I got married white women in my inbox trying to get at me. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot. So, and they be posted on their thing how happy they is or whatever and shit like that. And motherfuckers not knowing they being real discreet and being slick as a motherfucker. And
I do
I'm
believe that
telling
women do that shit too. I do
you,
believe women.
they do.
Hold on.
Trust
It ain't just a man. But go ahead, Karma Diva. Go ahead, Karma. I think she was next.
I was just gonna say this is probably one of the first healthy relationships I've been in where we don't argue a lot. We, if I'm mad about something, he'd be like, "Okay, baby, here, I'll fix it. Don't worry about it. I got it." If I don't even have to ask, I can be talking about bills and he'd be like, "Okay, I'm about to send you some money." And I'm like, "I ain't ask you for that." "Okay, I know, but you need it."
Do you think it's that way y'all in a long relationship? I mean, y'all don't see each other every day. Y'all don't wake up to each other and go to sleep with each other every night. So do you think that has something to do with it? Being so no arguments and no, you know what I mean?
I got an emergency.
I think that because each of us have space. We not up underneath each other all the time and just right there in each other's space. So I think that helps our relationship a lot.
Do y'all ever think about joining him here? Are you going there?
We talk about it. I don't want to live in Kansas City. I don't. Kansas City is a big ass raggedy town.
So is Omaha shit. No, I'm just playing.
It is.
No, Omaha look a lot better than what it used to.
I know. I'm just playing. Now
I
that they
got
tore
an
down all the
emergency.
now that they have tore down all the projects, I think we got 2 projects left.
South O still
We got 3 left. Yeah, we got 3 left.
Yeah, we still got South O and what's the other ones? Spencer.
Hey y'all.
Ain't Spencer coming down?
But hold on, Spencer. They bringing Spencer down.
I thought Spencer, they were cooking Spencer. Last I heard, it was a boneyard.
Yeah, Spencer is down. If we talk
Both
about
sides?
on the daily side, they
both,
down.
Both sides? Okay.
I don't know about the old side, but I know the last side they was.
I think the last side they was clearing out was the one that was over there by Daly's, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one that's down because somebody had posted pictures and it looked like a abandoned damn town, like a ghost town.
Oh no, it's about to go down. Oh wait till they about to clear South Tears too.
They've been talking about that for years. Yeah.
They built
that was the last though. That was the last
They
They
knocked down Pleasant View and they built them fucking expensive ass apartments over there. Like somebody was gonna pay $1,200-$1,300 a month to live in the fucking ghetto. And
so
then wait a minute.
Hold on, right.
Nobody was moving in there
because across the field, the top was on the
moving
hill.
in there, so now they done lowered it. And I believe
hold on. We can't hear people at the same time.
My bad.
Hold on. Go ahead, Karma Diva.
I think they done lowered the rent now though, because nobody was moving in there. You cannot come into this neighborhood and build these big ass expensive apartments and think people can afford it, especially if they was living in the projects in the first place. Who gonna afford that?
But see what they're trying to do, though. You know what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring the white folks down up in there.
They're trying to gentrify it. I know, but you ain't finna gentrify where Pleasant View was. You ain't gonna gentrify Spencer. That ain't gonna happen. Just like they still trying to do that down on 16th Street. It ain't happening.
Yeah.
They
And what
built
you got?
them
What you
ones
got to
on
say?
just like them apartments they built on 24th Street down there by shit. You know the little the little tire place. Damn, I can't think of his name. By that church, the
I
little
know what
church.
you're talking about because
Yeah,
my
You
dad
talking
used
about
to
Parker?
Austin's.
Austin's, yeah, down there by
Yeah,
Mr. Austin.
Austin's.
They
Oh.
built them apartments. I ain't never met nobody that ever lived in there.
Hold on, y'all. Connie, is this you?
Hey, it's me.
Hey, boo.
Hey, good people.
How you
What's up?
doing, girl? Check yourself.
What
Damn,
going
we got a
on?
full house tonight, hey.
Yeah, we got a full house. But
Oh,
yeah,
y'all acting all brand newish now. Don't know y'all
Bishop,
don't time.
Bishop Joseph Joe
Stop it,
Jackson
Bishop. Don't start.
Robinson Jr.
I'm gonna
Deacon
call him the shrimp boat captain. He the shrimp boat captain.
Bishop. Now, what you got to say, Bishop,
You know
about
what,
the projects
Keontae?
turn? The
Ooh, you
projects
will not
turn.
use my government name on here.
Hey, Bishop, what you got to say about the project condominiums for $1,500?
Who? Oh, you talking about up in the spot? Oh, okay. Well, back in the day, I got relatives and cousins that was from the tops and the views, but I was only allowed up there on certain aspects on certain things was going down. But anyway, praise the Lord. Hold on, y'all. I got to pause for the calls. I got to pray
Okay, go
for the
ahead,
call,
take your
y'all.
call. We'll hit mute on you. But yeah, the thing about it was I got a relative, cousin know who I'm talking about, but I got a relative who lived there. And before we even moved in, one of my god sisters had checked them out because they were brand new. Nobody lived in them yet, and she was looking for a new place.
And I mean,
to
they
move.
beautiful. They are
And
beautiful.
they were beautiful. She said she walked in there. She said, "Oh my God, Tanya, they are so nice. They are so beautiful." But and when I say my god sister, I ain't gonna put her business out there, but she made some damn good money. Like she made some damn good money. Okay, she was like, "I ain't paying that." She said,
My
"I
bad,
refuse
y'all. I'm
to pay
sorry.
$1,300 for a 2-bedroom apartment." She
How
said,
much?
"I wish I would."
How
That
much?
2-bedroom apartment when they first got created, they were like
Yeah.
almost $1,300 a month.
Yeah, I
Well, who
remember
the
that.
hell
They
is
were
That's like
this?
serious.
six
She
or
said,
six hundred
"I'll
a
be
month. Two
down," and
bedroom
it's not
apartment too. That
like
ain't free.
it's not a house. They all
Right.
connected together. It's not a house. It's like a condo, apartment, townhouse, whatever.
Now there are some
And
houses up in there. There are
and
some.
we
They
still got
closer
the
to that
gym
little
across the
community
street.
center. Huh?
Shit, she was like, shit, and we still got the gym across the street.
Yeah, it's J and J now. J and J run everything
Yeah,
in the
it's
hood
J and
now.
J now, but still, like you go there any time of the night, and it's like all niggas over there.
How about
But
Amico is now Stop and Go or some shit like that now?
they did good to change the name because they got a
My
bad rep.
bad, y'all. I'm sorry. My bad. I apologize to the congregation. You know what I'm talking about? It was,
Next time, hold up your finger when you gotta leave.
well,
All
at
right,
that time, when hey, hold on now.
We
the
ain't doing
old
it this
Hold
sister,
on,
way.
good mother,
wait.
the good book,
But
the good
when
mothers.
the head deacon is calling, we're talking about, to make sure them crops is right, you know what I'm saying? I got to answer the call. Praise the
May
Lord,
the Lord watch. You better hold that finger up next
You
time
know
you
what I'm
walk
talking
away.
about? So anyway, praise white
Uh-huh.
Jesus and all the Jesus and Korean
Yeah,
Jesus
praise
and
the
all the
white
Jesus
Jesus,
and
the
everybody
black
Jesus.
Jesus, the Korean Jesus,
Keep it
the
out
Mexican,
though.
shoot, and the
Cause y'all
Mexican
already know
Jesus.
he coming back on the Hyundai. Or Honda.
Hold up, no.
Hey, Tanya, I actually posted a new
God is not
video.
coming
Can
back
you
on a
believe
Hyundai.
that?
He gonna come back in an Escalade, a
No, he coming back on
BMW.
a Hyundai on some swangers, man.
Oh my
You know
God.
what I'm talking about? He holding.
Connie, get your bro up there. Get your bro. He said he's
Hey,
gonna come back on a
hold up.
Hyundai.
He coming down. You know what I'm talking about? He swinging. I'm talking about he hogging the lane, man.
Hey, I posted a video and I would really like somebody to comment on it because I want y'all to I want to hear what y'all think about it. I
Where
made
the
a
video
video. It's on my channel, but it's
Okay.
called Toxic People. And I'm not talking about like, people you work with. I'm talking about your family members. And
Oh Lord.
how many of you
Oh
had
Lord. Do
to?
we gotta talk about toxic family members?
Yes, because I said, you know what? It is okay. I want people to understand it's okay to put
But when
people
you
on
talk about
pause.
toxic family members, then you get backlash.
No, you don't have to name names. I'm just saying it's okay to put people on pause, especially if they make you feel some type of way, or you just ain't feeling them. It's
But see, my
okay
thing is
because
with the backlash.
for your own mental health, it is okay to put them on pause and say, you know what, I can't fuck with you right now. I
You are
can't.
absolutely right. And I'm not putting it out there, but I did have somebody on here recently who did a little interview about toxic family things going on. The thing about it though is when you have an issue with a relative or a family member and you voice your opinions, it can sometimes you still can get backlash. I'm not saying put their names out here on social media, but I'm saying even if you discuss it at the family, you can still get backlash because people choose sides, people pick sides, the family get divided. Like it's a whole lot that can
See,
happen
but the thing is,
all because you don't want to be around somebody toxic and you want to preserve your energy and your peace.
it's not about uh picking people. It's about letting somebody know what they have done or said that has upset you, that has hurt you. And if they choose not to rectify that situation, cool. I'm gonna put you on pause. I'm gonna keep moving this way. You stay here, and I'm gonna go over here. And we don't have to talk no more. Or until
And then
I
what
feel
do you
like I
do when
can
it
deal
gets to like gatherings,
until
like
I feel like
holidays,
I
like
can deal.
birthdays, like Christmases? How do you handle that when you might have
You
to
can
see this
maneuver
person?
around people. That's the thing. People act like they don't know how to be in a room with somebody and not speak to them
But some
and
don't.
not talk to them.
You might be able to do that, but that other person might want some what do you want to call it? They might want
They
some
want the
tension.
smoke.
They might want
But
some they
see, the
might
thing is, that's what's wrong. People don't know, these people nowadays don't know how to deal with situations. They don't have coping mechanisms. They
yeah.
don't know how to, just like I said, just be on, just, okay, I'm not going to fuck with you. You can sit right, I'm that kind of person. I always have been. I could hate your fucking guts, but I could sit next to you and act like you ain't even taking breath.
Uh-huh.
I can maneuver all around you
And see,
and never say a word to you.
I don't have any toxic relationships or anything like that because I literally
I
like
do.
I pretty much I don't want to say stay by myself, but I try to stay in my own lane
There you go.
because
There you
I have
go.
learned over the years who and who not to fuck with, who and who not to include in my circle, whether it's family or friends. So the same family that I fuck with to this day, like I've been fucking with them for a minute. There's certain family members that I don't fuck with, and it ain't because we got issues. It's just because I see how y'all move.
Their
And me and my
mentality.
children, we don't, the mentality, me and my children, I mean, if I was to go back, let's see, I ain't even gonna say my age, but if I was to go back 20, 25, 30, 55, 60 years ago, trying to
Damn.
trip y'all up on my age. I'm trying to trip y'all up on my age. But if let's just say I go back way back in the heydays, it's a lot of fuck shit that I used to do back in the day. And I used to enjoy being around other people who did fuck shit and junkie stunks and all that kind of shit. But then I
Sure
got a
did.
little bit older. I started having children. I started getting mature. And it's like, I wanted to raise my kids away from the gangs, away from the thugs, away from the, just bullshit like that. So it's certain people in the family that I was like, y'all ain't gonna be around my kids. I remember growing up, well, not growing up, I remember my kids was growing up and they'd be like, where your kids? And I'd be like,
And
they
I
at
get
home.
that, but you know what? And I got
But I'm
family
waiting for your
members.
kids over here. I ain't want to
My
stay
kids
like,
got
I got
family like that.
motherfuckers
My
still
kids got
walking around
family
with.
like that too. And you know what I tell them and what I have told them? I love you, but there are certain things that you do that I can't be around, and I'm not gonna have my kids around. Period.
Right, like I might can be around
And
it, but if you still walking around and you 30-something years old and you still got rags hanging out your pocket and talking about what up, cuz, what up, blood, what up this, what up that, I don't want my kids hanging around that shit. So they can be like, oh mama, what set we from? What
I
da, da,
got a
da.
rag right now, fool. What you
Don't do
talking?
that. But then
because
relatives,
see, I decided
oh,
that
you
my
think you better
kids
than us?
were
You
more
think you
important.
better than us.
But see, I decided my kids were more important than my relationship with that person.
They don't call me Bishop, Joseph, Joe
But then you
Jackson,
got a family
Johnson,
member that
Jr.,
sometimes
Jr.
be
for
like, oh, you
nothing.
think you're better than us because you don't want to hang around us. It's not that I think I'm better than somebody than not hang around them, but it's like I love everybody. I don't hate
I
anybody.
tell
I
them
love
that's they
everybody.
thought. They think I'm better than them. But it's not that. I want better and I'm gonna do better. So if you want to do better, you can follow suit. Otherwise, you can stay where you at. I'm cool on you wherever you at.
Well, see, me,
Period.
I mean, I would
Well,
never
shit,
tell
meet
my
me over there
family.
at Dodge Park then. What?
Oh, I'll meet you at
Go ahead,
Dodge
Marlon.
Park. Let's do it. Let's
Oh
do
Lord.
it.
All right, go ahead, Marlon. Go ahead, Marlon.
I see, I would never tell family I ain't fucking with you like that or whatever. Because I mean, I'm more quiet and laid back. So pretty much,
Oh, I
if
don't
if I
tell them.
got
I just don't do it.
if I got a problem with them, I just ain't. Yeah, like she said, I can act like nothing ever happened, or nothing's wrong or whatever and shit like that, But I know on a different level of hanging out with you, like maybe you want to hang out more daily, more common or whatever, stuff like that. No, I'm not going to do all that. But
Right.
still, in the same aspect, I love all my family, but I'm not going to make them
Yeah.
feel uncomfortable, whatever. If we don't mesh a lot, we just don't, because
Yep.
That's
anybody
it.
can
That's all.
anybody can tell you I'm more like the black sheep of the family. So therefore, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, but there's things I just don't do no more because, like you said, when you get older
Nah,
and
you was
wiser,
that nigga that we didn't call unless we was dead ass. But we ain't gonna go into all that.
That's the way it's supposed. That's the way it's supposed to be.
That was the Rello that you didn't
Oh,
call
we
unless
all
you
got
was
cousins like
dead.
that. Rest in peace to my cousin
That's
Jimmy.
my
'Cause
nigga
Jimmy,
right there. That's my nigga right there.
Jimmy Johnson, that big nigga right there, that literally was the last motherfucker in the world that you wanted to call.
That's what I'm saying. That's
If
what I'm
you
But
saying.
y'all
call
know who I
him
called though. At the end of the day,
Jesus,
Jesus.
oh no, he was a friend of Jesus. He
he's
was
on
my
the main line. Tell him what
he
you
was
want.
he was my Jewish uncle. He was Smith and Wesson, 357, 6 inch. All my
That
Jewish
cousin.
uncle. Damn
That
right.
uncle.
It's going
No,
down.
it's like
That's
Carmadiva,
all
I
that
like
means
that
to be
you
talking.
brought this I like that Carmadiva brought this topic up, and I don't know if Connie or Sislo want to chime in, but it is like sometimes I have a lot of
Free
friends
will.
that I'm closer to than family members. And like my cousin said up there, it's not like we might not hate family members. Everybody loves all their family members usually, but we might just dislike some of the things that they do. But sometimes it's like our family, the roots that we come from, we all came from the
Yeah.
hood. We all came from the streets. We got it out the mud. Like all of us, we got it out the mud. And so, but sometimes
Yeah.
it's like when you mature and when you go older, sometimes like the Bible says, when you become a man, you leave certain things as a
Yes,
child, you leave a
sir.
certain behind. So when you have these relatives that are constantly doing just dumb ass fuck shit, it's like you don't want to be around them. You don't want them to be around your children. But then they start thinking, "Oh, you think you better than us?" And woo 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 woo. No, it's not like that. Like I remember people ask me where my kids are. Where my kids at? They at home, safe and sound. Why you bring your kids? I'm looking at all y'all niggas around here. Y'all still cuz, throwing up gang signs, fighting every time we get together, some damn
I
drama.
literally have friends
So
that
I
told
leave my
me,
kids at home. Like I leave my kids at home, and it is only with particular people. I'm gonna just say that with particular people, but it's like I still love y'all. I still care for y'all. I love all my family members, but
I
it comes to a
literally
point
had
in time
certain
where we
family.
gotta
I
grow the
have
fuck up.
friends that told me I thought I was better than them because I had a job. I said, "Excuse me, because I'm working.
The job you
I
gotta
think
go
I'm
work
better
to.
than you."
Go work at.
Right,
The job
Connie.
you work
You
hard
got
at.
a
You think
job,
you better.
I was like, "Repeat por favor."
Hold on, run that by me again.
That's just people with different mentality. That's all.
Like you think I'm better than you because see now you know what, Carmadiva, now I can honestly say when I used to stay in the bricks, I remember staying in Spencer Projects when my oldest son was about 1 or 2. And I stayed in the projects. I would have homegirl. Yeah, bro. Hey, y'all. Most people know me from growing up. I was a little roguish, but in the projects when I lived in the projects, it was a lot of girls who did not go to work. A lot of women who did not go to work, and they will look at you like, "Oh, this think she all that," because she got a 9 to 5. She got a job. She got a paycheck more than once a month.
Cause
So
you
I
have
feel
a
you on that.
consistent living for yourself.
But that was back in the day, though. In
Yeah,
my
that
early
was back in the day, but I'm like,
Well, a once a
I
month
ain't
check
got
though.
time to sit around and smoke all day and do nothing. How else am I gonna pay for my weed if I don't go to work?
You
Exactly.
got the you got the twerk.
I'm saying,
You got the twerk for Jesus.
In
I got to have my
2022,
bag.
everybody have a fucking job in 2022.
but I was
Fuck
up.
that. Unless you handicapped, disabled, or I don't want to say that word. That's not the
You got
politically
the
correct.
twerk for
Wait,
Jesus.
for 20, you said
Mentally
2020,
challenged.
Tanya, or 2022?
It's 2022, 2020, nigga. It is
Wow.
2022.
No,
Well,
what I no, but what you were saying, like
We was in our
I
early
get what
20s
you're
when
saying
this
when you
was
talk about
happening.
like people were saying
oh,
that they
I
didn't
mean,
know
in the
you for
bricks,
having
in
a
the
job.
projects, back in my heyday when I was younger
Yeah,
and I was first having children,
yeah.
like them young dumb bitches would be like, "Oh, she all that because she
Cause
got a
no, I
job."
didn't. You know what I'm
But
saying? I
it,
didn't. I grew up in the hood too and stuff like that, and low income. So you know what I'm saying? It's like that's the thing I understand when they say Black Americans and Black people in general, we not a monolith. Because yeah, I also did grow up in the low income area in the hood and everything and all that there. But it's like that's what I'm saying. That's so strange. Like I know it exists because I've heard it. You're not the only person I've heard that type of rhetoric from. Like not rhetoric. I'm sorry, that experience that where somebody was hating on you. But shit, it just depends on what part of the country or part of the world you in.
oh, they will hate on you, bro. When I was living in the projects back in my heyday, they would hate on you. But let they little first of the month check run out, and they done spent all their food stamps or sold half of them shits by
Yeah,
the middle of the month. They knocking on your door. Do you got an egg?
yeah.
Do you got some sugar? Do you got some bread? Do you got some this? Do you got some that? Nope. Nope.
Yeah, because and it's unfortunate because I realize that the overwhelming majority of people, because see people, I'm so glad you even speaking on that because people seem to think that everybody who have those type of opinions didn't come from that experience. It's like, nah, I was really up in that experience, and I'm telling you, if I can't be honest with the world or be honest with other Black people, that regardless of your income class, because see, the haterism comes in all income classes, all different economic classes. You know what I'm saying? For like, you're not the only person, or especially Black American in the United States I've heard say that. But for me, growing up in New Orleans in the '80s, not to say nobody else has it because I didn't, but it's just like, Yeah, that's strange because my elevation in employment came from other Black Americans. But the people within my low income neighborhood wasn't like the niggas who fuck with them products with them tip drills. They'd be like, look, I play video games, PlayStation 2, Nintendo 64, Smash Brothers. But you know what I'm saying? They played them same video games. So when it came down to them doing their business or something was going on too much, hey, Isaac, it ain't cool for you. Hey, come back later. It's a little hot right now. You know what I'm saying? So I had a different experience from niggas in the hood that do certain things maybe from everybody else because our interest was our interest from other things besides what the fuck they do. And we respected each other. Look, you got your interests in your way and you do what you do. But we still come together in ways, you know what I'm saying, that represent us to where nigga, now you not hating on me. You know what I'm saying? You looking out for me, I'm looking out for you. In the way that I can look out for you in the ways that and how you do what you do and the way that you can look out for me in the way that I do. So you know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's strange. It's just unfortunate that I've heard so many people say that experience, and I've experienced it here outside of being inside of New Orleans in the 80s, pre-Katrina, and 90s, and early 2000s. I can say that I've experienced that in South Texas, but it wasn't
Yeah,
from
that
other
was
Black.
common back in the day. It was
Yeah, but
common
it
back in
was.
the day.
But my
For
experience
Karma
wasn't
Diva
from
to say
other.
this shit now, like
Yeah.
Karma Diva, I don't know how recent that shit was that you were saying, but if it's any
Oh
time
no,
within the
that was like
10
in my
years.
early 20s.
I was about to say, if it was anywhere in the last 10 years, shit, if you ain't out here trying to get no damn job, no college education, no trade or some shit
Even
like
if you
that,
gotta trade a nigga, if you ain't trying to
don't
hold
even
a
talk to
job,
me.
if you ain't even trying to hold a job, because I was born in '85 and growing up, you know what I'm saying, in the '95, you know what I'm saying, becoming a young adult at 2000 and stuff like that, it's just kind of like, nah, that's just kind of strange to me that niggas in the hood would do that if they could see that, like, okay, you doing it, what you do, but at the same time, it's like it's not the crab. It's kind of like the crab in a barrel. It's like I only want to fuck with you when you within reach to me to make me more sustainable, complacent where I'm at in life. But see, people who your real friends, regardless of their economic class, if they're in their hood or they live in a corporate life, they're not gonna want to. They're not gonna be content based off of seeing other people in the same position. Because a person that give a fuck about you might be like, yo, I'm glad your position ain't like mine. And that's regardless of, you know what I'm saying, if they're from the hood, if they got a bunch of money or economic success. There's plenty of people that's not in the hood that's at a certain economical, political status that have that mentality or best believe.
Right. And the crab in the bucket mentality is real in the hood, in the Black community, period. I have people in my circle that makes a lot more money than me. I mean, shit, I have to work overtime like every day, all day, just to even catch up with them. But they don't even treat me any different. Like, they don't, like, regardless of our income, regardless of our status, regardless of our bracket, the tax bracket, like, you know, that's true love, true friendship when none of that even matters. Like, it don't even matter.
I mean, I
Like,
got
we don't
friends that
even
are doctors. I got friends that
pass
are
that
doctors.
stuff.
I got friends that are, they work for the government. I mean, hell, I got friends that deliver pizza. It don't matter.
Drive for Uber, drive for DoorDash, and doctors,
I
and
got friends
all
that
ranges.
I got friends that fry chicken and suck dick on the side.
I got friends that fry chicken and suck dick on the side who are doctors and Uber drivers, and I mean,
Too much,
everybody
bro.
suck dick on the side now. Everybody
That's a combination like a motherfucker right there.
Good Lord.
Everybody suck a little dick
Because
on the
hey,
side now.
just
I
because a
mean,
person might be a hoe.
I mean, I ain't mad about it.
Here's the thing. There's different type of hoes.
Hey, but
I
we
only
being
fuck
real though.
with
Hey,
honest hoes.
hey.
Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills.
I only
thank you,
fuck with
Connie
honest hoes.
L.
I only fuck
Hey,
with honest
go
hoes.
Connie, go Connie.
Go on and sing that Erica.
Yeah.
I only fuck with
Sing it
honest
again,
hoes.
Connie. Sing it again.
But y'all
Child,
made
pull
my
over
night, man. I
top.
swear.
No,
I'm
she knows
saying
she got
as
a nice
friends.
voice.
I'm saying as
She know it.
associates. I only fuck with honest hoes.
Yeah, fuck with the honest hoes. That's the thing about it. And it don't matter what
I'm a
type of
hoe,
shit.
and all my
Okay,
hoes is honest.
it don't
Shit, I
matter
be
how you get
home.
your
Look,
money. If you out there getting your money, if you out there
exactly.
grinding,
Look,
whether
when I
you a
be having,
doctor
you think when I be having them
or
suits and shit on, that's hoeing. When I have them suits on, I gotta be talking all fucking nice and fucking
oh
vernacular.
y'all, we've been live throughout this week, and Isaac been joining us on the panels, and
That's
he be right
hoeing.
at
That's
work with
hoeing.
his suit and tie on, and he be
I'm
funny
hoeing.
because hold up, Isaac, hold up. He'll be up 1 second, he be like, y'all, what the fuck going on? Then somebody walk past, yes, sir. All you have to do is turn this way. And then
Oh,
he,
shit.
He put on
after
that
they leave,
voice.
he cussing.
Yes.
He put on his Karen voice.
Yes.
Cold switching like a mug.
And here's the thing: it's not hard for me. It's not hard for me to do that because you know what I'm saying. Even in the New
We
Orleans,
all do it.
yeah, like that's my hoeing. I'm
It'd
hoeing.
be so funny though because he'll be like, "Hold on, y'all."
Yeah, and I'm gonna. Yes, sir. If you want to go to such and such,
I'll
please
be like,
turn
"That ain't
left.
Isaac. That
Huh?
ain't Isaac."
Yep. Nah, that's real talk. I'm bona fide raised from New Orleans. Y'all hear I talk with my accent, but here's the thing: even growing up in New Orleans, I always been able to because I have other interests outside of just where the fuck I'm from. Not to say I
Right.
code switch to fit in. No, nigga, I developed the vernacular from English dub anime. I tell people this all the time. I like anime. I like
Oh my
Japanese and
God, my
English
kids
dub.
love. My
Yeah,
daughter loves.
and the people don't understand the vernacular is incredible. The vocabulary is so far in anime. So I learned my English professional vernacular from watching anime. So
Well, let
it's
me
not
tell
like I
you
have
this.
to it's not like it's a fake thing. No, I genuinely have an interest in shit. So it's very it's something that I really appreciated because the voice inflection, the way that I use my voice, and I realized that it make me feel that way when I hear a person. It's not a class thing. It's just a delivery. It's presentation, if you
It's
will.
cold switching.
Oh, I can do it. I can. You want to hear mine?
I
Hi.
code switch all the time.
Hi. Thanks for
And that
calling.
requires
This is
and
Shanti.
I'm
How
about to
may I
say, you
help
know what
you
I'm saying?
today?
That requires some hoeing.
Hi. Can
Nah,
I help
I
you
ain't know
today?
about that
That's
part,
some
but
hoeing.
What
I ain't
can
know
I
about
do
that
right for
part
you?
now, but
Look,
I do
I'm
code
gonna
white
switch.
draw your
people
blood
do it.
today,
Here's the
and
thing: white people do it too. Please, baby. Oh, especially being in New Orleans. See, that's the thing too. Growing up in New Orleans before Katrina, baby, you'll be on the phone with a person that's French or fucking Cajun, and you would think you was talking to another Negro. They code switch too. Trust and believe. It's not just that's another thing. People, it's not just us as Black Americans down south. You heard me? Yeah. Plus, not every single white person from down south talks with a popular fucking King English vernacular. Oh, what
Right. We know
they
that.
know they
I'm
code
from the
switch.
South, so I already know that.
Yeah, they be code switching. It's like the white people that I grew up around with that accent, especially. Damn it, look, it's like bitch, you code switch just like I do.
Yeah, yeah. Especially the white boys around from where we. Hold on.
oh boy, white boys be. Oh gosh, it
Especially
don't
the
matter
white boys
if
that
you're from
grew
the
up with
south
us.
or from the north. They
The
do.
white boys that grew up with us, they always want to talk like us, right? But I bet when
Yeah.
they want to get a job, they turn on that white coat quick, fast, and motherfucker hurry. Hear me?
You
Yeah,
know that. You know that.
and see, they got the complexion to work with. See, the thing for me is just
Complexion for
like,
the protection for the collection.
okay. And the thing about it is like, yeah, and it'd be so interesting because I work a lot of different I was telling Tanya because I deal with a lot of international people at the convention center. I don't, the events. It could be people from all over the world. It could be people around the country. It could be local. So I have to announce. Well, I don't have to, but I try my best. And because I like history and stuff like that, I be trying to announce these motherfuckers' names in the way that their language is presented. And because I grew up in New Orleans, I'm used to seeing. I don't have abroad before Katrina. when people say Latino and Hispanic, that shit is so stupid to me. I grew up saying Puerto Rican, Venezuelan, El Salvadorian, or Central American. It's more specific because there's so many people here. There's so many people who have a Spanish culture through the Spanish conquistadors. Because these motherfuckers don't speak Spanish and do all of that Latino shit. That's all European. There's nothing indigenous or brown skin about it unless you're talking about the Moors, but that's just one sector. The more modern, recent, over the last few centuries, that's not a brown skinned nigga thing. So when you grow up in a place where like New York or New Orleans or poorer cities in the country, you don't grow up seeing it as a broad stroke because these niggas gonna let you. I'm saying niggas, but they're disaccurated Hispanic, African American in or African indigenous Central American, South American mixed people, even with some Spanish. They're very specific about their culture paradigm in those places. It ain't no Hispanic or Latino. Nah, nigga, I'm a Dominican. I'm a Venezuelan. I'm a Puerto Rican. I'm a Cubano. Bitch, you better not call me the same. You better not call me that other motherfucking name. I don't give a fuck if we are the next island.
Just tell them you Spanish speaking. There you go. Spanish speaking people.
Nah, no,
That's just
no,
like
no.
white folks. They go, "Oh, I'm German," or "I'm not." I ain't got time to put you in little boxes.
Nah,
You
but
white.
here's the thing. But here's the thing. I'm not telling you, but just going up a person from New Orleans, that's a port city, that's international. Nah, that means something because there's color of law and then there's nationality. And I'm saying, even for Caucasoids, these white Caucasoid genophenotype people, they're not all from the same European country. They're not. They're not all related. Some of them are Germans. They're Irish. They're Italian. They're Dutch. Same thing with Asians. That's a misnomer. No, they're Vietnamese. They're Chinese. They're
Yeah.
Japanese. They're
Right. Right.
Like I said, I ain't got time to put people in little boxes. You white, you Asian, you Spanish speaking.
well,
There you
yeah.
go.
But here's the thing: when you say white, and every first world country has a different way to color code describing skin color, and you hear me say genophenotype. Now, that's Darwinism. But here's the thing: everybody know. Well, I don't know if everybody know, but yeah, he was a bigot. But when it comes to describing someone off of physical appearance, not because when you hear me say when I refer to a white person, I might say Caucasoid genophenotype, or someone that's a black person a Negroid genophenotype, or Asian Mongolian. But here's the thing: that doesn't tell you their culture. And everybody else outside of us as black, especially black Americans, other people who live in America, they're not this fucking ignorant. They know the
That's
difference
too
between.
many words. That's too many words.
But
It's
it's
a
not. It's not
lot.
words. Even if you
It's a
don't know the
lot for
words.
other cultures. Hmm.
But even if you don't know the words, trust me, they know the difference. People here who don't speak English, they know. All Asians know. They know is the difference between a Chinese, Vietnamese, a
Even with
Filipino.
all their foods, it's like Chinese, Thai, Japanese. It's like so many different.
Cantonese.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
They trust me. They're
Mhm.
looking at it that way, and I'm just talking. I'm just
Yeah.
Like over here, we got like American food and soul food. It's like
nah. America. Not one thing about it. People don't realize this. I will say this. I can't speak for y'all, but my reputation, my experience of being American, growing up in New Orleans before Katrina on the west side of the Mississippi, was extremely diverse. And I'm not just talking about watered down. No, I had a very grass experience. Of people in New York have the same experience. It ain't just New Orleans and other port cities. We see so many different. It's not straight. Like some of y'all on here, if I saw y'all would share features that were probably what I would be considered as Caribbean, and I might consider you to be what they call Afro Latino. They didn't call them people Afro Latino. They were Dominican. They were the nationality where they come from. I'm used to seeing people who look just like me, and they come from the Caribbean, and they speak nothing but Spanish because their nationality, their family, regardless if you go with the theory of or the historical findings of them being African slaves or indigenous people, or an amalgamation of both. They have a Spaniard culture because one thing we do know is that the Spaniard white Caucasoid genophenotype conquistadors went all over the world, not just America, and conquered. Same thing with the Haitians. That's why they speak French. So I'm saying that's a fact. So everyone recognizes that it's not a thing where these people have a complete erasure of who they are because they had a similar conqueror. People of Hispanic culture are not united like we are thinking united as black people. And that's something they play on our ignorance on.
I got a question that ain't got nothing to do with what you just said.
Cool.
But how is it
Uh-oh.
that, like in New York, they got all these Puerto Rican people? How they end up way up there versus down south?
Because there's, don't just take my word for it. Port cities that are international, they're all over the United States. Some families of those people from other islands, they have people who are already here in the United States.
But I
And
mean, but what I'm saying is like there's more Dominicans and Puerto Ricans and stuff like that, like in New York than it is in like Miami. And
oh
you would
yeah,
think
well because
that
Because
they
they
closer
were
to
well
headed to the
Miami.
but
Statue of
that's I
Liberty.
was about to explain it because
They were headed to the Statue of Liberty where they thought
And
everything
once they
was
got
going
off
to
that boat,
be.
that's as
the
far as they was gonna go.
infrastructure, because here's the thing, the
Mhm.
infrastructure of the people from those particular countries when they came here, especially before it's 1860, I'm sorry, 1980, I'm sorry, 1965 was the Immigration Acts. Before that time there was only zero point 0.2 or some type of percent. Still, those people, which you will find, because you said New York, I'm not surprised because what I looked at from the census data, of yes, you will see more of those people from those particular countries because you notice you didn't say Hispanic. You knew particularly Puerto Rican, Dominican, right? In those regions because those people have already set an infrastructure here with the aid of the government in ways that they're funded in ways that we are not. And then they didn't go through because here's the thing, a Hispanic Latino person, I don't give a damn if they have our skin color. Everybody recognizes that as a Spaniard, white, first world dominionist culture. So they have an easier time being accepted everywhere, especially here in the United States, because colonial white folks understands that these people have the sombrero with the Mexicans and all that. That's not their culture. That's a Spaniard culture up in Spain and Europe. So, regardless of these people having tan or brown skin, they come when you say they're Latino or Hispanic, they're stressing to you that that is a Spaniard anchored concert culture and a nationality. It's not a brown skin. It has nothing to do with brown skin, unless you're talking about the Moors. But we know that was centuries ago. So these
Dude, what do that got to do with them being up in New York?
but I just explained because I'm saying, bro, you didn't listen. I'm just saying these people have an anchoring already here in the United States. They weren't colored. They're not Negro. They're not rated. They're not anchored in the same color of law. So these people are the least populated people before the slavery and everything in the United States.
So basically, they knew which areas not to go to when they came over here. Is that what you're saying? Like they okay? I think what she's saying is from the very, very, very beginning. Like
Yes, from the very beginning for 1965, there was mostly only Black and European Americans.
Right.
So
You was either black or white because they kind of did away with all the damn Indians
right,
and
don't take my word from it. This ain't my opinion. I'm just saying, baby, you can look it up for yourself. The Dominicans and Puerto Ricans in New York and New Orleans had a presence, especially when there were certain cities that had way more acceptance and way more business and trade. So
So are you
remember,
saying that you think so? Were they already here before the white people? Is
no,
that what you're saying? Like way
no,
up in New
no,
York?
they came from their country, but they weren't Negroes. They could be our same color. You understand? People understand. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand.
I guess what most of us believe, and I might be wrong, but I guess what most of us believe is if you weren't already here as like a Indian,
Indigenous or
then
Indian.
everybody else was brought here. Like you were
Yes, but we
brought
all did,
here.
but we all didn't come here at the same time. I'm a
So
I'm a
that
mix
I
of
think that's what he's asking
Yeah, I
though.
get
So
that, but
the
I'm just
slavery.
saying
So did they come before or after slavery? I think that's what she's trying
after.
to get at.
oh
No,
Like,
that's
she didn't
not what
ask
I'm
me that.
saying. All I'm saying is, how do they bypass like Miami, Virginia, all of these places
Well,
and
it
end
did.
up in New
Well,
York when they are
they
geographically closer
no,
to
they
these
didn't
other places?
necessarily all go to New York. They went to New Orleans. They went to California. You're just, I can tell you, testify growing up, honey, the Dominican, Puerto Rican, that's me living in Texas. I had
okay,
to,
I get it now. So
yes.
I'm just
basically,
saying it's
after
more
slavery
of
was
them up in
abolished.
New York than it is. They're more in the Northeast than they are anywhere else. I'm not saying they're not anywhere else. I'm
I
saying
think
that
it
they
has
are
to do
is
with
more of
Well,
them
well, yeah,
up in the Northeast than
but
it is anywhere else. And
yeah.
geographically, they are closer to the South.
Well,
that
So
might
how?
have to do something
because
with even though slavery was abolished at a certain amount of time, a lot of people might not have been attracted to a certain part of the world. And Florida is right down there. I mean, Florida is down there with all other southern states where a lot of the damn slavery and all that kind of stuff was going on. But after the slavery was abolished, a lot of them probably the older people, just like now, some of the Africans they'll come and they'll establish themselves in a certain area and then they'll call their family, they'll pay for them to come and join them. So I think that's what he's trying to get at. Like after slavery was abolished and people could freely just go wherever they wanted in the United States, I think a lot of them came to the areas that they weren't
as
familiar
far
with
as
being part of the right. Like,
right, but
yeah.
think about because Black
Because if I'm
Americans.
coming from somewhere, I'm definitely not going to Mississippi.
But
Not
remember
after
how
I
many?
heard that y'all been slaves down there for
Remember
so
the
many
Great
years.
Migration of the South. There were so many Black Southern Americans that migrated north. But that's what I'm saying. Specific,
Everybody wanted to go north because
right?
they knew that's where it was probably safer and more money to be made. And
eh,
because down south, all it is I mean, up north it was textiles, it was railroads, it was all kind of stuff. Down south is cotton, it's
right.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know,
and unless you grew up in, like I said, but I'm saying specifically New York. When you say New York, New Jersey, those are ports. There are
that was a
ports.
textile like capital.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
international.
the
They're inter.
textiles. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm saying the reason, but I'm saying specifically Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, just like they did in New Orleans, regardless if they're Spaniard hybrids, if they're Negro or Chino phenotype, dark skinned black Latinos, which you might call, the
They
infrastructure
come in
was
every color, just like
they
us.
was
Yeah.
built, but the infrastructure was built in that particular reason. So when you see a bunch of Cubanos, Salvadorians, trust and believe the infrastructure was built there by their ancestors. Just like I live in San Antonio. Now, truthfully enough, Texas was part of Mexico. So 90% of the people that have a Hispanic culture are Mexican or Chicano or Mexican American. No surprise to me. But when I first got here, it was a shock because growing up in Louisiana, the people that I grew up having Hispanic culture were diverse. This is not diverse. Everybody here is mostly of Mexican Spaniard descent. Versus where I'm from, they come from Central America, they're Panamanian, they're Salvadorian, they're Nicaraguan, they're Paraguayan, they're Caribbean, so they're Cubano, so they're Puerto Ricans, they're Dominicans. Black people are different. So I know the difference too. There's a lot of Black Americans. No, you're talking about people from the Caribbean or Haitians, Barbados, Jamaican.
But
They're
that's just like Cali. Like California is full of a lot of different nationalities, and we know in the past that a lot of people migrated to the West Coast because of what?
laws and
Gold
liberties and freedoms and ways on the in the
and gold and
and
gold.
gold. Yeah, and
So
that's the thing.
a lot of different nationalities I think ended up in California because it was far away from slavery, it was far away from
And they're
you know
not
those southern
Negroes.
traditions,
And they're
and
not
then
and they're
the
not Negroes.
gold, like yeah,
And they're not Negroes. That's what I'm trying. I'm
that's
stressing them.
yeah, not the southern traditional,
They're
yeah,
they
but
can be our. That's what I'm trying to express to y'all. They can be our color and darker. Please trust and believe.
I already knew that part.
Yeah,
yeah.
they're not
It's
Negroes.
crazy
So
though because I mean when you look at it and you look back at the history, a lot of black people came when they left the South, they came to certain areas. It was usually the Midwest. Like ask anybody, we in Nebraska, ask anybody from Nebraska, Missouri, where else? Comediva, Nebraska, Missouri,
Chicago.
Kansas City, Chicago, Illinois, those
That's because
Ohio,
we
those
were
certain
rail
places.
cities. We were rail cities. That's
Yeah, the
why.
railroad
And
cities,
packing
the Union
houses.
Pacific, the packing houses. A lot of black people came specifically here in the Midwest.
and
Instead of
here's
going to New York or instead of going to California or Washington or the jobs was here. The jobs were here in the early 1900s. The jobs were here.
and not just the communism wasn't here because that's another thing too. People don't realize when
Yeah.
people come to America, oppression is oppression, sweetheart. These people don't give a fuck that the people shit look like them that's oppressing them. No, they come here to get away from the brown skinned people of
And you
their
could came here
privilege.
in the 1900s and you could have got a job doing anything and making good ass money in the
But
Midwest.
as long as you weren't a Negro and a color, because Negro and colored means that you were a descendant of those slaves and ADOS or
Oh
father.
no. Up here, that was mainly who was working the railroads.
Yeah. Oh
Was the
wait, no, no,
colors
no.
and the Mexicans
Yeah,
The
and
Mexicans
Midwest.
wasn't even here yet. It was white
and
people. It was
it was
us and the
it was
Polish
a
people and the Germans
that's what I
and
meant, Polish people.
Italians.
Yeah, Polish people, the Germans, and the Italians, because we have a whole little Italy and everything like that downtown near the area where the railroads started.
South
And the
Omaha
packing
was mainly
houses.
German and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. But
Yeah. So,
black people were. It was a lot of black people back then. I mean, our whole I know a lot of people don't know a lot about Nebraska. A lot of people don't know a lot about Omaha. But if you really like did some research into Omaha and Nebraska, the Midwest, like we were like the capital of everything. Like the capital of packing houses, the capital of telemarketing, the capital of the railroad system, the cap. I mean, we everything that went from the West Coast to the East Coast and vice versa came through Omaha.
because
Everything you could
Right
y'all,
smack in
order
the middle of the
y'all were
country.
the
because we
example
smack dab in the middle of the country. And so back in the day, it was a lot of people who came here to work. A lot of
because
people.
y'all were the example of what people in the South couldn't understand. Y'all
Yeah.
were the example of the diversity working, unless you grew up in certain exceptional port cities or cities in, because me growing up, don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying that the color of law didn't exist in Louisiana and New Orleans during the time, but there are certain exceptions to the rule. But y'all
I'll
were
be back, y'all. I'm about to refill my drink. Keep talking.
yeah, y'all were the example in the Midwest and the Northeast, but there still was still some institutionalized racism in ways that just wasn't as visible. But the brutal, straight, blatant, inhumane racism that people did in the South, y'all were the example of what that could potentially look
Oh,
like.
don't get it wrong. We had there have been plenty of race riots right here in Omaha, Nebraska. If you look up Will Brown from 1919, his picture is known worldwide. Trust me, you have seen
Y'all
his,
gonna learn today.
but you didn't know who he was. He is the man that a lot of time they show him. He is basically tied to a one of those phone poles, them old wooden phone poles, and his body is set on fire, and all those white people, and there's a little white boy standing in front. That's Will Brown here in Omaha, Nebraska, 1919. They kidnapped him. They first of all accused him of rape, and they know he didn't do it, but they didn't care. They went and destroyed our black neighborhood. They tried to. They did do some damage in the black neighborhood. Um, they kidnapped him from the jailhouse, shot him, hung him, drug him through the streets of Omaha, set him on fire. Then they went and kidnapped the mayor and hung the mayor. The mayor survived. Will Brown did not. And people took pictures. Like I said, they took his photo. You can look him up right now. Um, but his photo is known worldwide. Anytime they show like an old school hanging or
Hmm.
something like Mississippi burning or
Right, right,
something
right.
like that, they show his picture.
Yeah, well, that's one thing I noticed about the Confederacy and the Yankees is that the only difference that, in my opinion, is that the North, they became more civil with their prejudice and their racism. They were more critical in a way instead of just being just straight outlandish like how they were. See, in the South, they were just having a free for all, and every dark imagined energy they went with. And I'm not saying that they didn't in the North, but it just gave more of a certain, we might not like you niggas, but we understand the exploitation and how ways that it can work for our benefit. And that's one thing I've always said in the difference between the North and the South. But it's still the same type of energy in the sense of way that, I really don't like your kind, but I'll work with your kind. But here's the thing.
And there
All
was two of those incidents, by the way, Karma Diva. I know you know the other one, but there was like two of those same type
You
of
mean
incidences
in
here.
68?
Yep.
Yeah. With
But yeah,
Vivian. Yeah.
they both were like dragged out the courthouse and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, go ahead, Isaac.
No, I'm not trying to say that it wasn't, but it is kind of like, people, if people didn't know, and I get that there's still the same type of brutality of a certain part in history that every colored or Negro person endured, but it is a certain type of romanticization that most people or Black Americans have about the North and the South. I don't personally have it because I've talked to people from the North or Midwest that also shared experiences in me that ways that are very real and traumatic in a way. So for me to not think that, okay, it's just wow, they teach us in American history. But for the most part, that it's still a different type of. The difference is like people like try to teach us in American history. Oh well, they went to war because of slavery. It had more to do with economics, and that's why I said what I said. The
Well,
North,
that's what I was saying. I was about to say that's
yeah,
the same reason for the Civil War. I mean, we
yeah,
may not like you niggas, but I know that I can profit from you, and you're a better asset to me
the
alive
North,
than dead.
yeah.
Right,
So
because a lot of
the
people
Yan
praise
the Yan
Lincoln, but Lincoln wasn't even about the free the slaves. It wasn't even about
yeah,
that.
but the Yankee
We going
understood.
down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, the
Right.
Yankee, but yeah, but no, it ain't no rabbit hole. It's the truth. It ain't no rabbit hole. It is what we understand it what it is to be. The Yankee understood. I might not like you niggas, but I see the economic beneficial or benefit from from. And here's the thing: if I already have the power as a white color of law, regardless of nationality, before the Irish and all that became white and all that, yeah, blah. After that, there's a conciseness, regardless of the Caucasoids from other European nations that weren't so white. They understood when they became white. That's how the way that it will work for the best interest of their benefit, their family, their lineage, etc., etc. So, the
All I know is my mama, when she moved up from Mississippi at 13, it was a whole new world. When she got up here to Omaha, Nebraska, shit,
Mm.
she was like, oh my God, it was like night and day, hot and cold when they moved up here from Mississippi. It was like just pure racism, and she got up here, and it was like just a whole new world. Like, and
Somebody
she
got
moved up here. What was that? Like, she moved up here in the 60s. She was like 13 years old. And it was like a whole new world. You could move wherever you want. You could get jobs wherever you want. You could, you. It wasn't no white black thing. It wasn't no.
yeah,
I
I
mean, it
see
was
that.
still racism, throughout the United
Yeah,
States.
yeah.
Period.
It's
But it
just
was like 100 times different from what it was down south when
to,
her
but
mother
to be
moved them
honest,
all up here.
if you want me to be honest, even me as a 37-year-old person that's being born in 85, there were ways that I had to deal with racism. Racism. Every Black American has to deal, regardless of your regionality. If you're
Yep.
northeast, southeast,
It'll never go
you
away fully. Yeah.
you deal with it a certain way. But to be honest, I'm 37. The fear of walking around, or not necessarily fear, or that being a thing where, oh, I'm in a mostly white neighborhood and I have to worry about someone profiling me. I and Gretna, if you look up the history of the parish of Gretna and how prejudiced and racist they are, me growing up as a very chocolate brown skinned young man and other people, I didn't have to deal with that. I didn't have to deal with that reality. At being born '85, I didn't know what it means to be afraid of walking around or walking through a mostly well-off white neighborhood. I didn't know what that means. My first experience of racism or institutionalized or systematic prejudice didn't come from colonial non-Hispanic Caucasoid or white people. When I moved to Texas and San Antonio because of Katrina, I learned what prejudice and racism was from
Oh
Mexicans,
yeah, down there in
Latinos,
Texas.
and no, well, but here's the thing. But I'm being specific. It ain't all Texas, but I'm just saying my site of institutionalized systematic racism didn't come from what you see the colonial white man. No, I didn't. That wasn't my experience. When I moved here at 19
But
years
that's
old.
some shit you can expect in Texas. I don't care where you at in Texas.
But here's the thing. But listen carefully. It wasn't. That's what I'm saying. Nationality matters. It wasn't the traditional, what you expect, redneck, white looking European person. No, my racism and my experience came from people from the Latino Hispanic community, specifically the Mexican community. I didn't know what it means to be discriminated because of my race, not just my race, my nationality, origin. Yet, trust and believe the rap. I didn't feel in a workforce or any parts. I'm being discriminated because of my skin color, because of I'm not a. My first time feeling that came from people what you call brown people.
But you know what? Now that you say that, that brings me back to, and I don't really want to go back there, but that brings me back to the Shanquella thing, because I had heard that a lot of us go down to, Mexico. Sometimes we go down there for just sometimes we go down there for a vacation, and sometimes we go down there for a nip and tuck. But from what I heard recently,
if you
right,
want to
because
be
it's cheaper down there. But
biased,
from what I heard recently was that a lot of them Mexicans down there don't even like us, but we be
they
coming
don't.
down
No,
there to
girl, they don't.
vacation and get a snip and a tuck or a nip and a
In New
tuck, and they
York,
really don't fuck with us like that.
in New York, New Orleans, Florida, let me tell you.
But they'll take our money though because they need it.
But
Go ahead.
and I want you to understand that's not all people who speak Spanish. Please understand, Mexican and Mexico is a particular culture that does not represent people from the Central Americas, the Caribbeans. I'm not saying that they don't
Oh,
have.
I'm just saying Mexico, period.
No,
That's what I heard, that they don't really fuck with us
no,
like that.
they
They
don't.
don't
No,
really like
let me
black
tell
people
you,
down there.
growing up in New Orleans.
But we always trying to get down there on vacation.
No, they don't. Let me tell you, growing up in New Orleans in a very diverse Hispanic diaspora, before Katrina, Mexicans were the least population. I grew up around people from Central America and Caribbeans. Now, please understand, that's a region, that's a landmass, that's not a nationality. The people that's located in Central America, El Salvadorians, Panamanians, Paraguayans, Nicaraguans, Caribbeans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Venezuelans, Cubanos. Those are the Spanish, the white conquistadors. They came all over. However, they're not the same people. Just because they have the same conqueror, they have similar. Yes, they speak Spanish and have a Catholicism European culture because of the Spaniard, not their antiquity of who they are, and they still hold on, which is a beautiful thing of who they are in their particularity. Same thing with other black, what you call black people. Well, yes, Africa.
But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not the same how we see it as color versus other people see it as nationality. So that's what I'm saying.
But do you think that has something to do with the way that they handled the situation with Shanquella in Mexico, though?
Absolutely, because
I mean, as far as like
yes,
letting all those black people
yes.
leave, like why would you let 6 black people leave? And I don't even want to say black. They could have been white, Puerto Rican, Asian.
No,
But why
it
would you
wouldn't have
let
been white.
them
No,
leave
it
the
wouldn't have
country
been.
or the
It would have been white because here's the thing, because and it's no shade, but Mexicano, not all. They're the most Spaniard influence. They're the most conquistador influence. They're very different from when you say a Puerto Rican computer. I'm not saying that they don't have the same influences, but please understand, when it comes to Mexico, they're very different from the rest of Hispanic conquered nations. So
I
Mexico.
just don't understand why they let all them people leave, because this
Oh,
is America. Ain't no way in hell we would let any Africans,
but that's but
Asians,
here's the thing.
Mexicans, anybody leave a crime
But that's
scene and just jump
America.
on a plane and just
But
leave.
understand.
Like,
But when you say America, okay, yes, you are American. But understand, that's a nationality thing. Just like we swear on a Bible and all that shit.
no, I understand that. I understand my question though. I understand all that. That it's not a nationality just because they from.
No, it
I
is
understand
no.
all that. But what I'm saying is I don't understand, like, from what I'm hearing from people how they really feel about us down there. And I ain't never been in Mexico, but it kind of makes sense that they would just be like, oh, okay, it's just
I'ma
another black
tell
person
you.
dead down
I
here,
can tell.
you know.
I can tell you, as a person who grew up in New Orleans with people who are from the Caribbean, from Central America, I never felt a prejudice, discrimination, hate towards. I don't give a damn even if they are Spaniard mix. I never felt a hate or discrimination towards people from the Caribbean or the Central American. My first taste, I never felt, not besides white colonial women in elementary school, like white women in elementary school. But here's the gag with them bitches. There are white boys who say the same experience that I had with white women in elementary. There are white male children or white male boys who have the same experience in the South that I did as a Black American with white female colonial women. Aside from that, from my personal experience, I did not experience racism and institutionalized feeling in a sense of that dealing with white people that are not Hispanic. Hispanic means Spanish culture, but it's still white. So, with white people who are non Hispanic, no, I didn't deal with that. When I moved to San Antonio and deal with Mexicanos, all Cubanos, Caribbeans, they have a Hispanic culture. My taste of what institutionalized, organized racism and prejudice was here at the age of starting at 19 and 20, not dealing with Irish, German, Dutch, French, white folks. So I'm saying to you, it does matter because the nationality of these white people, they're not the same. You see white as skin color, but think about that. So I'm gonna go there. Hitler and the Jews, these are all white people, right? But please understand, don't be deceived. Jews and Nazis are both white people. They didn't give a fuck about none of that. It mattered that the Jews were against the Nazi Germans. Germans, not Jews.
Well, I think
Nationality.
we're like not really totally understanding um each other here because we get that just because you're from one particular place don't mean you're all one particular race. But what I was trying to basically say was as far as Mexico, that area,
Yeah,
that we aren't
Mexico.
really that
They don't talk about you.
respected or liked. And so for this young lady to be down there and the police and the doctors and everybody could be called and they don't take her to the hospital to administer her wounds and
They
her
don't fuck with you.
situation, and then to let these friends just jump on a plane and fly back to the United States. It's like some people are wondering, like, okay,
Well,
did they treat them or treat that situation because of who they are?
well,
If they
yes,
were somebody else, would that have took that situation
no.
more seriously and not? I mean, you literally got friends who were on vacation together, and one of them is dead, and the others are allowed to just go back home.
Well, but
Like,
here's the thing.
and since then, I've been hearing a lot of stories about how they really feel about us down there.
Well,
And it
here's
And
the
don't
then
thing.
lied on the autopsy
matter
and
if
said
they
she had alcohol poisoning.
Puerto
Well,
Rican. It don't
but
matter
here's
if
the
they.
thing.
I
But
don't
that's
care
what. But
what
that.
their race is down there. I'm just talking about that location. Period.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's. But
What
that.
was you
But
saying, Connie?
Oh, I was just adding on to what you were saying. I said, and then on top of that, lied on her
Yeah,
autopsy.
it was lies and shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
but
ahead.
they also came back. But the only reason they came, but that's what I'm saying. I'm stressing that to you, is that because I'm speaking, I guess, and I guess you do. I know you do
So
understand
you
that.
basically don't think they have an issue with black people? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no, I'm not saying
Because
that.
that's what I'm getting
No,
at.
no, no. I'm just stressing the difference because I say Mexicano. I'm not talking about all Latino or Hispanic people. I just want you to understand that yes, even as a person who grew up in New Orleans,
Yeah,
that I
we
We
got those.
ain't worried about that part no more. That part is already laid to
yeah,
rest.
yeah,
We're talking about the
yeah,
actual location where she was.
Yeah,
Where she
I'm just talking
was.
about the
yeah.
location, that area, the people down there. I'm not
Yeah,
talking about
well,
all the
yeah,
different
well,
national.
I can tell you from living among the people from that country,
Mm.
that's from that country, that lives that's here in the United States. My first experience of the prejudice and racism, like when I was telling you things I want to talk to y'all, you said we have to do a video about that. That's from them. My taste of institutionalized racism as a black man in America came from them.
Well, I
And
think if she wasn't black and if all those people wasn't black, that this whole situation would be treated differently.
yes,
Not really.
Exactly. Not
yes,
only was
That's what
she
I'm
black,
getting
she
at.
was a
That's what I'm getting
woman.
at.
Not
Right.
only was she black, she was a woman, and that
hmm
says it all for me.
yeah,
Which is
but
the reason why they called it a femicide
Well,
crime, or
well, they call it a femicide because here's the thing: they don't understand the culture of Black American people. Because they saw Dejanay take her wig off, they're calling her a
No,
transgender.
transgender.
Yeah,
That's where the femicide came
and I
from.
could not believe that shit.
And then
I
they
was
heard men in the background speaking very femininely, and that
yeah,
added
like
on
bitch,
to it.
ain't you gonna fight me? Like I was like, come on now, though,
well,
really?
no, because here's the thing: because and it's not no shade when I say this, but Mexicanos are the most Spaniard conquered. They're the most detached from their indigenous African roots versus other people from the Caribbeans and Central Americas. Even growing up in New Orleans, I noticed that regardless of the people, yes, they had the experience, but a Venezuelan, a Puerto Rican, and Dominican might get together. It was taboo for a Mexican, and I don't give a damn if that Puerto Rican or Dominican had more Spanish white features. It was taboo for them to get with someone outside of being from the admixture of Spaniard and Mexican or Mestizo or Chicano. So they're not for the whole rainbow correlation as it is the rest of some of them. They're really not either. But yes, Mestizo or
What?
Mexican Americans, yes, they're
Jesse
majority of
Jackson
the
came. The Rainbow Coalition was.
What
Huh?
are what are we talking about? I
You
mean,
just say Jesse Jackson or something.
no. I didn't say nothing about Jesse
You
Jackson.
said something about the Rainbow Coalition.
No, no. I didn't
What
say
the
nothing.
hell? Sis?
I didn't say nothing
What?
about the
My
rainbow.
bad.
She said Rainbow Coalition. What?
I, I
No,
swear, did you say coalition? Something.
go
I
back to sleep,
felt
sis. Low.
Y'all
like.
hearing
no.
shit. Y'all
Uh,
hearing shit. Sis, what you
I
hearing
promise
over
you.
there?
Did you say something
I
about
know you
Rainbow
don't drink,
Coalition?
Sis Low, but are you smoking?
You know I, I
Sis,
quit
you over there smoking on
smoking.
that good?
No.
I said,
See,
please.
y'all
I
over there
got some.
smoking.
I got some good. But nah, I'm just saying. Like, no. Yes,
Sis
I
over
agree
there
with.
smoking.
I agree.
No.
I agree with.
You
No, I
did
agree
say
with you.
Rainbow
Turn.
Coalition, though, did you?
Hold on,
No.
I'm gonna rewind because
Yeah.
I didn't hear it, but
Yeah, I didn't say nothing about that. I'm just saying. No. Yes.
Please
she
go
said,
back
did you say the Rainbow Coalition? Oh God.
and rewind it.
I am. I'm gonna rewind it.
Yeah. I'm just saying that.
I'm just
Yes.
saying, I'm gonna put it out there. I love you, but your explanations are very long-winded, and people get lost because I mean, I understand what you're saying. The first time you experienced any uh racially charged incidences, it was with somebody of Mexican descent instead of, your typical black and white you know experiences. Correct?
I'm sorry if
Is
I
that
was
what
wrong
you
being funny, but I was
No, I'm trying to just break it down. Is that what you were trying to say, Isaac?
Yeah, I mean, I said that, but I was just
Yeah.
stressing that yes, the people from Mexico have a different culture paradigm from the.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying, that we get that. We get all of that. But it was like I just I don't know. It's just I feel some type of way about the whole situation that happened with this young lady.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, we here and Cislo, I know she had hit me up. She had, we have a little group chat. Cislo had hit me up and she was like, we need to discuss the arrest of such and such and such and such. And I'm like, hold up, I don't want to discuss shit about that. No offense to my girl, my Cislo. But I said, I don't want to even hit on that because I need full proof that somebody has been arrested, because we ain't heard it now. We already know our news over here in the United States, they will report news from Russia, from Iran, from any kind of breaking news, Mexico or whatever. And a nan news station over here said that girl was arrested and in custody. The only places we heard it from was from YouTubers.
Because they don't care about us because she's black and
Right.
she's a woman.
So
Yeah.
Black women
I'm
are
not
the least
discussing that, but they
respected.
said, but see, these YouTubers talking about, well, they heard the shit or they got the shit. You know how somebody hears something, then they just run with it. And they said it was somebody in Mexico who had did a story,
Gerardo.
He's
right?
like a private detective.
Right,
Gerard Jackson.
right, saying that
Yeah,
she was arrested, and so
Yeah, I saw that.
but here's the thing.
everybody over here, all these YouTubers ran with it. Oh, she's arrested. She's
See,
arrested.
she wasn't arrested yet. All they did was issue an arrest
I
warrant.
know. All they did was issue an arrest warrant, and that's what I was telling Sis.
But
Like,
Yeah.
Sis, I don't think they really arrested her, because if
mhm.
she was arrested, it would be all over the
Now
fucking
I think
news.
she has been. I think she now has been arrested.
Right. But when
But
they
at that
first
point,
started talking about it,
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
was
she
like,
wasn't known.
when
y'all
I
Like,
took
full
the
of
picture,
shit.
you
All
know,
these
she
YouTubers out
asked
here
me.
was full of shit. Like, y'all up here, and like people say, y'all, some of these people, y'all, this is something we gotta learn
like
as
one
content
person say
creators.
something and everybody else follow. They jump
We
on it
have
and
to
follow.
learn as content creators. And if y'all been following me long enough, y'all know that when shit hits the fan, when shit hits breaking news, I don't all the time just come out and be like, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. No, I need to sit back, I watch, I read articles, I watch news stories, and then if I deem that it really, really something that really, really happened, then I'll make a video. But I don't be in no rush to be the first one to break a damn story.
Well, because you have integrity. Because most people don't care if it'll give them clickbait, if it'll give them certain.
And that's
Uh,
all it is clickbait.
yeah, because it's
You ain't Tasha K. You ain't rushing to be number one. You rushing to make sure you have the correct information first
Right.
before you
exactly.
put it out.
And most of the people, that's why even with me starting a YouTube channel, I was like, no, I'm not about to start because there's too many. Personally, there's too many questions that I would see and that I would have to ask, but I wouldn't want to put that as content because I understand that okay, yes, it can go viral. People will like the way that I think, or it makes sense, it makes logical. But I'm not trying to do that off of that. Me personally. So it's like yeah, I could break down and give a lot of historical evidence about the Mexican government and why they don't fuck with us. But I also understand that the sources what everybody's getting is from a so-called person who lives in California named Gerardo, who report some metropolitics. And at the same time, it's like, well, if you are giving the correct data that was worldwide, I'm not saying that the American media is doing a great job of making it as known as the Shaquilla Robinson, but they did reports acknowledging it. So I would still ask me personally, well, why would they report, or why would you have information on the arrest if it's supposed to be an Interpol international? Yeah, you could say that.
Exactly.
I could think that, oh, because you're a Mexican. Well, no, just because, bitch, you're Mexican doesn't mean, well, they left the country so they could try to go anywhere. So I'm not
And
going.
people took it and ran with it because of his
Girl,
credibility, because he was he was close in contact with the family, and
And
you
there
know
was some things he was
and
right. There was some
people.
he knew based off of
Go
what
ahead, child.
at the time because he had access to people there. But that's nothing strange to me. Not
right,
just me,
right,
or people who live among people from that particular country here in the United States. They move in nepotism, they move in a certain algorithm. So, yes, a person who's Mexican, who might be Mexican American, might who have the same lineage of the people from their country, they're going to relay that information to them. And sometimes it might be accurate. But I'm not gonna sit there and think that, oh well, because especially with me knowing that how particularly they're not involved, even with the because there are Negroid black Mexicans there that you won't hear anything about because that's how consumed that they are with colonialism and conquistadors in ways that I'm not saying that the other Caribbean and Central American peoples are not, but they are the most
right,
involved in that versus other people who have a Hispanic culture.
right. And Connie, what was it that you was trying to say, boo? I'm sorry. Oh, somebody got some background, some TV in the background. Could you, whoever it is, could you turn it down a little bit, please? Somebody got some news or something playing in the background, some TV. Hey, Connie, go ahead, boo. Connie,
Connie,
Connie, Connie. Did she step away?
you must have.
Connie, Connie, Connie. She was just saying something, but okay. So, anywho, yeah, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna watch because again, I'm not that type of
But
YouTuber
you're right, Tanya.
to jump
They
out
don't
and
they
just
don't
go off the rip on anything that I hear. I've never been like that. Never.
But Tanya, in your assessment, I'm going to tell you, even from growing up in New Orleans and other places, other people I talk to from the Northeast, they are the least to fuck with what they call a mayato, a monkey. They're the most prejudiced towards Negro and genophenotypes because they're the most whitewashed. I'm not saying that the other ones aren't whitewashed to very extreme degrees, but they are the most out of everybody from the Caribbean or from the Central. They're the most whitewashed. They don't like big.
But
They
see, that's
don't.
why I don't like to go. I mean, I've never been overseas, and I'm not hating on people who travel overseas who get they all the little stamps and everything on their cars and everything. But I be leery about going overseas because I mean, once you get over there, you literally alone. I mean, you could be with your family and the people who traveled on that plane with you, but you literally still alone.
I will tell you
Like
one
the
for
things
the
that might
time.
happen to you over there, you like okay, like the shit with Brittany Griner. We all know that this is some political vendetta that they're doing over there, right?
In Russia,
She is about to be in a. She has been transferred allegedly to a penal colony where they do hard, very hard labor. I'm talking no baths, no medicine, no doctors, no just all day long hard labor
that's yep, that's
in
Russia.
those camps, in those Russian camps. And it's like when you over there in that situation, like right now, her family, her wife, nobody even knows where she is. They just know she's at a penal colony. Don't nobody know where she is. Once you get over into those certain areas of certain countries, it's like you're alone.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
people can advocate for you all. Everybody in the WNBA, like a lot of people is coming down on the NBA and the WNBA saying they're not advocating enough. But like, what can we do?
You
Like
can't
people that made videos, people that made speeches, people that changed they profile pictures to her face. I mean,
because
what else can you do?
those particular Caucasoid Russian white folks, Russians have never been kind towards anything that's not recessive gene. Russians have never been kind towards other white folks. So there's no way that Russians are going to show they're going to have a bleeding heart for a Negroid woman. I don't give a damn how light skinned she's in. She's not Caucasoid. She's not not only is she not white, you're not Russian. Russians don't give a
And
fuck.
don't forget she's lesbian, and you know how someone else feel over there about
and there are laws on that. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But see, Russians are not the same. Yeah, Russians are not the same as French, or Greek, or Dutch. They're all white folks. But yeah, Russians in particular, they don't play that shit. They have a very particular. That's why you know what I'm saying. So yeah,
Well, I feel sorry for her. I really, I don't think it hit me. I mean, of course, you know how you watch the news and you pray for people and you hope for the best. But when they said like she's about to be transferred to the penal colonies, and you know how horrible those conditions are, that's when it hit me. I was like, this girl, this lady who has provided so much money for them. She's one of the top most skilled and talented female WNBA players.
Well,
She
she's
never done
provided.
anything wrong in her life. She plays taxes over there. She's never done anything wrong in her life. And to be caught with a point, what was it, 0.07, a small minimal amount,
Well,
and they gave her 9 years. It didn't hit me. It didn't. It affected me, but it didn't hit me until they said she's now being transferred to a penal colony to suffer harsh treatments for the next 9 years.
Because the powers that be that are Russian that established that Soviet Union or that power, they're Caucasoid, and not only are they Caucasoid, they're specific. There's no way not a pure white or Caucasoid genophenotype, not just from the skin color, but that's anchored in that culture, that's anchored in their family, is anchored in that country. You're not going to get the sympathy. She's not, and that's unfortunate. That's one of those things that other people understand this, regardless of their skin color. French white people understand that if I go to Russia and if I'm caught in a situation, I'm going to be met with the most extreme prejudice, regardless if I'm what you might consider white. No, bitch, you're not Russian. You're not anchored in the culture, the nationality, the historical context of what it means to be that establishment. Everybody else around the world sees it like that. So I'm not surprised that she's going through that, especially her being an American and she's not a Russian and she's a Negro. She's a Negro genophenotype. But despite how light her skin is, she's not of the lineage of the establishment of the ancestry of that country. So she's going to be met with extreme pressures. But even if she, now don't get me wrong, depends on how people see skin color. Yeah, you could speculate, but from experience of how history has shown, it doesn't work that way. If you're a German and you're caught in Southern European territories, or you're there under, there's no mercy for you because you're white. No, bitch, you're fucking German. You're fucking French. And you made an infraction on our land as Dutch and Russian. I don't give a fuck that you have my same skin color. Your family, your religion, your government system is not of my the law system. You're not of us. So I don't expect to send you the same context. It's always been that way.
Right, right. And you guys, we are on our third hour, you guys, and everybody who watches our Friday Night Lives know that I try to end it on the third hour because we can literally go all night long. Hey. Okay, never mind. Anyway, but thanks for everybody tuning in tonight. Everybody who liked and shared our video, subscribe to our channel. Please, if you're not an official hoodie, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so that you can receive the notifications whenever we go live. I want to thank
Hello,
everybody who joined our panel tonight.
am I muted?
No.
I keep trying to join
Well,
the conversation and everybody talking over me and
well,
ignoring me.
you must have been muted before because we didn't hear you say anything, child.
I kept
Anything at
talking and
all.
trying to interject and say that she went over there and broke their laws.
Uh-huh.
She knew she was breaking the law, but
But
she
she
did
said
it
she forgot.
anyway.
Oh, she said
She
she
ain't
forgot
forgot.
that
Yeah.
she now listen now
But
remember there was a
listen,
particular
hold on.
incident where a basketball player or somebody had forgot that
Yeah,
they
that
packed they
no.
strap. So I think it is possible that you just can forget that you
I
had
think
But
she's been over
but
there
listen,
enough
my thing,
times.
right? She done been over there plenty of times. She knew because the first time she went, she got busted because she had a vape. And this time she decided instead of taking the actual flavor of vape or whatever flavor or however you do it, she took the weed instead. But my thing is this. Why are we mad that she got locked up over there? We lock up people
But
from
she
other
didn't have
countries
weed.
all
She didn't have
the
weed.
time.
Weed. She didn't have weed.
We lock
Weed.
up people all the time over here. So
But she
why
didn't
are
have
people
weed.
mad?
Because it's the point that it is a political vendetta over there. They're doing this in spite of certain things. That's
Well,
what the difference is.
yeah, what I was going to say
That's
is
what
I
the
think,
difference. Ain't no way in hell you're gonna be over here and you got a 0.0007 percentage of, and it wasn't even weed. It wasn't like the actual weed, and you get 9 years in prison. Now that might have happened back in the 80s,
That's
but
their
in
law.
2022, that would have been a slap on the wrist. But they
But
doing
that's
it for
the
a
law in
purpose.
their
They want,
country.
but listen, they doing it because they want us to release certain people. It's a vendetta. It's not like they're just, oh, she committed this crime. You're going to a penal colony for 15 years because you did this crime. No, that's not why they're doing that to her.
right,
They
wasn't
want
what?
us to release certain people over here, and we like fuck that shit. The people who we were that y'all want us released, they didn't do nowhere near as much shit as Brittany Griner. So why the fuck you
Right,
all these three people so that you can give us Brittany Griner? It's not that
assassins
simple.
compared to Brittany Griner. Come on.
Right. It's not that simple. And that's why she's still there because our government is like, fuck that. These people that we got in custody, they was on some fuck shit. We talking about bombing. We talking about all kind of other shit that these niggas been doing. And y'all want us to trade them for her?
And let's be honest, how much do we really believe that the American government is gonna risk high criminals from other nationalities or other
Well,
countries?
they're not.
For
That's why
They,
that's why they did
they
it.
have released some. They have released some in the past, but they were not that high up on the roster
Risk.
or whatever you want
Yeah,
to. These
High
niggas that they
profile.
don't, not even
higher
niggas.
profiles. Yeah.
These people that they want us to release. I mean, it's like comparing what's the top like drug dealer, game banger, uh what do you call those people? The
Zelda
people
Blanco.
I mean like compared to like the smallest person, like compared to a Walmart shoplifter, compared to like the biggest narcotics drug dealer in the nation.
To a
It's
queen pin
to
or
a
a kingpin.
kingpin or a kingpin. That's the word I was looking for. To a kingpin. That's what they want us to do. They want us to release all these people for her. And of course, to her family and her supporters and her friends, they're like, "Oh, the United States, fuck you. You're not, you know, you don't care about her. You don't." Da, da, da. But it's much bigger than that.
Right.
And I feel really bad. I feel really bad because whether she forgot to do it, whether she accidentally or on purpose did it, they the time that they're giving her, the punishment does not equate. They're doing this on purpose. They're doing this on purpose. The punishment does not equate. They want something from us
Right. It's
to give her back.
turning to a political thing with them now because they're going to wait and
Right.
see whether the U.S. is going to squeal and whether they're going to give in and say,
Exactly.
"Okay, I'll give you this one for that one."
Whether we
You
gonna
know?
give in. And that's the part that I hate. That's the part that hurts me, is because she knows and we all know that she should not be there for this tremendous amount of time. But the United States is like when you have a country and you got to make a point. Like y'all ain't about to pull no junkie stunts on us. And the United States can't appear weak. Okay, we're gonna give you these motherfuckers who really did real crimes. For her, taking a .007 amount of motherfucking like it's literally a vape. It's literally like liquid. It's not even weed. It's not even the real product.
I think she did
And
have
she had medical and it was medically provided by her subscribed. So it does not equate to the same. It's not right. Why she over there? Why she's in the penal colonies 9 years is not right. And the only way they want to release her is if we get rid of how many people is it, Connie? It's like 2 or 3 people. They want us to give them back.
Yeah.
It's like 2 or 3
I
people.
think it was 3 people.
Yeah, like 3 people
Mm.
who have done way more outrageous crimes on purpose than what she did. So even though she probably should have known, I shouldn't take that over there. It's like I don't
You
know.
gonna learn today. You
It's
gonna
and then
learn
on top of
today.
that, what fucks it up is as small as it was, and she bringing y'all millions of dollars. Like this girl been playing over there for years, bringing y'all millions of dollars every year, every basketball season. So that's how you know it's a political vendetta. This girl been bringing y'all millions of dollars for years. And she get caught with a tiny little minimum pound of fucking marijuana. And y'all want to sentence her to 9 years in a penal colony unless we give y'all 3 Russians that we got in jail who deserve to be in jail. So yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. And people can say, oh, well, you shouldn't have done it. You knew better. You knew better. No, it's bigger than that.
Well, I still
What's up,
believe she
Bishop?
knew better.
What's up, Bishop? Go ahead, Carmadiva. Go ahead.
I'm just saying I still believe she knew better. And this is this country's even though it may be political, this is still this country's law. She knew it. She done been over there enough time to know. Cause she done got busted before about this shit. So, you know, like I said, the US, we lock up people all the time.
And
Whether
I didn't
it's
even know that.
something,
So thank you for saying that because I didn't even know that she was locked up. I mean, I didn't even know that she was. I didn't even. This is the first time I actually heard that.
whether it was for something minor or major, we lock up people all the time. And you have, just like we want people to abide by our laws, you have to abide by other countries' laws. She better be glad she ain't in one of those Middle Eastern countries. where they cut off your fucking hand.
I'm sure after a couple of months, she probably would prefer to be dead.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I'm so serious about that.
Oh, I have
I'm
no doubt about that.
so serious about that. She probably would prefer to be dead after being in the penal colonies for a couple of months.
I have no doubt about that.
But I just hope that I don't know. I hope they find a way to get her out of there. I really do.
I mean, I do hope they
I
find a
think
resolution
the
to
whole world has learned a lesson from this shit. It's like don't fuck with Russia. Don't even have .0000000. You know, like
right.
And
just
she
at the end
shouldn't
of
have
the
even had to have. She shouldn't have even had to have gone over there. The thing about it is they need to put more funding into the WNBA organization. How about that? So these girls don't have
Thank
to
you.
take their ass over there.
Thank you, Connie, because that is a big thing with the WNBA. Like okay, you know we did the story, Karma Diva, my bestie. She came on here to discuss her friend, her daughter, who was playing overseas and who got really really sick.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted to cancel her whole contract, fire her, and everything because she had got really really sick and had caught cancer, as we all know because we did the story on our show. And the reason why she was over there was like most WNBA players, they don't get paid shit over here. They don't get none of the fame, none of the how do you say that shit?
Notoriety.
Notoriety. They don't get none of that shit over here like the NBA do.
And like
So
the
they
NBA.
feel like they have to go play overseas in order to support their family. And they shouldn't have to. It's ridiculous, and that's a whole nother different show. Why the WNBA is not treated the same as I understand that they might not get as many views, if you want to call it clicks and views like YouTube, as many views, but they shouldn't have to feel like, damn, y'all ain't paying us shit over here. We got to go play in Russia. We got to play in Yugoslavia. We
But
got to
think
go
about it.
play
That
I
was
mean,
the whole reason. Just like if you remember on Love and Basketball, the chick had to
uh-huh.
go to fucking Spain to play ball.
Yeah, that was
That's
what's her
college.
name? What's that girl name? The dark
Sanaa
skin.
Lathan. Sanaa Lathan had to go and play overseas just to play basketball.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. I remember
Mhm.
that. That is, but see, and I don't think it's right. It's like I don't
But
know.
see,
Like
when
I
they
said,
made
that's
that
a whole
movie, that was
nother.
right before they started the WNBA.
Yeah, that's like a whole nother. That's a whole nother show. We can go really like Connie was saying
Mhm.
earlier. We going down a rabbit hole. We
Right, child, the rabbit hole down the foxhole and every other hole.
And I know Isaac is not here, and I love me some Isaac, so I'm not about to sit here and talk no type of shit.
Mhm.
But I don't think he was really understanding where we was coming from, as far as we
Mm-mm.
understand. Okay, we understand Mexico is Mexico, and they got like 15 different nationalities over there. We understand that. We wasn't trying to get into, which specific type of nationality might be at fault for what happened to Shanquella. We were just saying, we heard that people down there they don't respect us as much as this whole situation is just a whole bunch of fuck shit. What happened to Shanquella from the friends to the Mexican authorities?
Right.
So I know he kept going back to all the caucus. I don't even know what the hell he was saying. The caucus boys
White folk.
and the white folks I was like, "Ah." And then Sislo, she up here hearing shit. She talking about did he say something about
The rainbow.
the rainbow
That's gonna say,
coalition?
Marley,
Where did she get that from?
hold back that beautiful being. But Isaac, I love you.
I
Okay,
had to
turn
hold
your hearing aid up. Turn your bell tone up.
Let me say this.
Yeah, you gotta turn your mic up a little bit. Your speaker
Turn your bell
volume.
tone
Let me
up.
say
Sis.
this to Isaac and Marley. Marley, your cousin. I joke, I laugh, I play. That's what this is
I
all
know.
about. You know,
When
I
I
don't want
say I put y'all on mute,
but Isaac,
so
you
I
know
can
I
go
love
back and
him like all
rewind.
folks love soft shoes.
Oh yeah.
All in love.
Child.
But
When I
Roll
say I put y'all on mute to go back and
he
rewind, because
did
I
say
start
Rainbow
crying.
Coalition.
He said
Yeah.
rainbow something.
Well, I didn't find it when I put y'all on mute and went back to rewind, but I didn't want to go too far because I still wanted to say
I didn't hear rain.
To right when I said something.
I didn't hear it. I swear I didn't
I
hear it.
heard him say rainbow something, but I don't know what
I
the
don't think he said Rainbow Coalition though.
Oh boy, go to
It
sleep.
was. I don't know if it was Rainbow Coalition. He said something about rainbow, so I don't know.
Oh my God.
Taste the Skittles. Shit, I don't know.
Oh my God. Well, you guys, we are at 3:14, and I would love to be on here with y'all all night, but y'all know I gotta get up early in the morning to get to work. So
Gotta make the donut.
gotta make the donuts. So everybody on here on the panel in the chat, whoever tuned in, I appreciate you. I love you. I hope everybody is having a wonderful holiday season and had a great Thanksgiving. Please like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. The people on the panel all have channels, even Connie. Everybody has channels, so make sure you
And
check
go
out
check out my
everybody.
videos. Leave some comments so we can have some conversations and discuss things, or leave topics that you want to discuss. Let me know.
And I didn't even know you had went live, and so I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you just like
I
you
tagged the hood table in it.
but that was like afterwards, after
Yeah.
you did the show.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna have a show and you want somebody to actually come into the show, talk to you, have a discussion with you. I mean, if you don't want that and you just want to upload, I understand. But if you want to be live and you want us to support your show and share it out and all that kind of stuff, then hit us up before you go live. Let us know you're gonna go live. I know some people don't like to go
make
live;
my
though. They just
videos
like
and have
to
people
upload.
comment, and we can have conversations that way.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna just tell you from experience. Connie can probably verify and Cislo. You get more clicks and views when you're live. Especially when you're a smaller channel.
Yep.
Now
When
once
you're
you
live and you set your premieres and you set your yeah,
and
I don't know
set your
how to do all
schedule your
and
show.
schedule
That's
your
why I
lives. Yeah.
recommend you have to get StreamYard. Get StreamYard or some type of streaming system so that you can schedule your shows so people can get notifications and you
my
can have a lot more.
my videos are, I think of something and I'll make a video. I don't like plan it out and this and that. It's just, oh, something popped in my
Right,
head.
but what we're getting at, what I'm trying to get at, Booski, and I love you dearly. What I'm trying to get at is when you don't have a lot of subscribers and you don't make a lot of content, YouTube is not going to
Put you in the
advertise your video.
algorithm.
You're not going to be in any type of algorithm. So the only way people are going to know that you even made a video is if you hit up everybody you know. So that's why when you have a smaller YouTube channel, it's best that you use a streaming system like StreamYard or something like that and schedule the video. So all the people who subscribe to your channel, they'll get a notification. They'll be like, oh, Karma Diva, she's going live at such and such a time. And people can come in and support your channel. So if you're only doing like a video once every 2, 3, 4, 5 months, ain't nobody gonna know about it, honestly. Like when you did your video last week or whatever, if you wouldn't have tagged me, I would have never known you did a video. I ain't getting no notification or nothing. Because if you're not constantly making video and content, YouTube will not send out notifications. They won't do none of that shit. So that's all I'm saying is either you do content more often, or you use one of those streaming systems. And if you want to know how to use StreamYard, I can definitely show you how to use StreamYard. And you can like how we do StreamYard, and we schedule it so people can see this particular channel is going live. So we know they going live. Let me join them when they go live at whatever time. But Yeah, it's really hard to get clicks and views when you a smaller channel and you don't really go live that often. And that's a tip for the people back there in the background who listen in the background in the back of the church. That's a tip.
I'll find her.
And the thing about it is, every one of y'all on this panel, I mean, from Bro, Bishop, Joseph, Junior, Jackson, whatever the fuck he calling himself tonight, to Connie, to Sislo, to Karma Diva, every one of y'all have great commentary. I truly believe that you can have great channels, and I really like try to push those type of people, and y'all know that. But like I said last video, I'm trying to backed off from doing that because I don't want to play like I was forced to start a channel with Tanya from the hood table. You know, she talked me into starting a channel. I don't want to like force people into. You just got to know that you know that you know.
By Tanya from the Hood channel, from the Hood
But
table.
I hear people say that, and I hear some people say, you know, like very Carrie, like you know, she always say it was the hood table that you know basically pushed me to start my own channel. And oh my god, she's doing awesome. She's really doing awesome on her channel.
Yeah, her channel be popping.
Right, but when I say I'm not even a humongous YouTuber, but when I say I think that you can be a great YouTuber, I don't say that just to appease people. I don't. So if I say that and you really want to start a channel, then do it and we will support.
No.
If you don't, you don't. But if you do, we will support. I'll share your videos. I'll tell people to subscribe. I'll watch your videos and all that kind of shit that comes with it. But there's just certain people that I just know, like, oh my God, they should be a content creator. And all of y'all on this panel, I think in 2023, y'all need to up that shit, up it up a notch. All of y'all, especially Bro. Not taking away from none of y'all, but Bro, he's into the politics and all that other kind of shit. And he always be going live on Facebook, and he be giving out the knowledge, like the real knowledge and shit. And I definitely think that he needs to jumpstart his YouTube channel.
Yeah,
but
bro.
the rest of y'all too.
Yeah. About that.
Yeah.
Praise
But
white Jesus.
that's all I gotta say. There he go with the praise white Jesus. There he go. But anyway, enough of me boring y'all with that spiel. I do appreciate and love each and every one of y'all. I really, really do. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful holiday season, like I said. And it is Vlogmas month. So if you are thinking about, and that's not just y'all, but anybody watching, if you are thinking about starting a channel or picking up on your commentary, it's Vlogmas month. 31 days of December, 31 videos. Get those videos out there, uploads, lives, whatever. Anything dealing with Christmas, anything dealing with holiday. Karma Diva Vlogmas is basically December 1st through the 31st. You basically supposed to make a video every single day that has to deal with Christmas, the season, holidays, joy, giving. It don't necessarily gotta be about Santa or Christ. You know what I'm saying? It could be Karma Diva, your mother. She made a awesome dish every holiday, and you want to show people how to make that dish for the holiday. It can be anything. You decorating your tree with your children. Like the video,
changing the color on my Christmas tree once again.
right? It can
Like
be
they rubbing their eyes.
It can be anything. You wrapping presents, or you want to just come on here and talk about what's the real meaning of the season for you, or I mean anything like that. That's what Vlogmas is about. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of Vlogmas videos. I got one editing right now on YouTube right now for my Vlogmas Day 2. It's just YouTube is taking a while. But even if you get behind, no, for real, even if you get behind, there's been years I got behind, and I will quickly just do some videos, and I will still add them. Vlogmas Day 1, Day 2, Day 3, Even if it's day 10 and you still on day 3, still label your videos by the days and upload them, because that's an easy way to get content for the month and also get some experience in putting out some content and discussing different things. And
Pay
it's
no attention to the fact that I have the same outfit on in every video.
right, girl. I was just about to say it's all original content, even if you still got your same outfit on. It's all original content. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. My next video is gonna be me making my holiday peanut butter cookies. I mean, it could be anything. It could be a
Oh, I'm gonna
5-minute
need
video,
a
a
pineapple
1-minute
upside
video.
down cake. Yes,
Yeah, if you
ma'am.
want to make your upside down cake, you could go live
No,
and
I
walk
said I
us
need
through how
you
you
to
do
make
it.
me one. You didn't hear me. I need you to make me one.
Oh hell! I thought the hell she said she was gonna do that for one of her vlogs. What the hell?
No, ma'am.
Oh my god, Connie, get her, Connie, get her.
And you can even pre-record your lives as well.
Right,
You don't have to be necessarily live and trying to entertain people in the chat. You can pre-record your video and just
exactly,
schedule it as a live. That
exactly.
sometimes
Because
makes
the
it
video
easier.
that
If
I'm
you're a
gonna
person who just likes to jump up and upload, that will probably make it easier for you as well, because you don't have to worry about sitting there, and you can schedule it a day in advance for people to be there ready for the live the next day. And
right,
you can get
that's
your
just like
clipping
the
through that
video I
way.
got now. I got a
Hmm.
video right now
I
that's
can do that.
still it just literally finished being processed by YouTube, and it's my Christmas holiday Goodwill thrift store haul, all the decorations I got from the Goodwills, and it
Oh
literally
yeah, I've
just
been waiting on that one.
yeah, it just literally finished processing while we were live. So now I have to go through it and edit it and then upload it, and it probably won't be uploaded till tomorrow. So that's the thing when you don't go live and you have to upload and do all that stuff. Sometimes YouTube takes forever to finish processing your upload.
I'm just sitting here thinking I bought my niece a dollhouse and my brother is gonna kill me.
Well,
Cause it's a big ass
you
dollhouse.
talking about the niece in Hawaii?
Mhm.
Oh wow.
It lights up and it got the furniture in it and everything.
I'm about to say, because if she was here, my homeboy, he's hooking up. He posted today. He was like, "Man, if you buy your kids doll houses for Christmas, hit me up ASAP so I can have them houses built by Christmas
I
morning."
got a dollhouse that I bought Denavia a couple of years ago. It's like it's like the castle, the Barbie. I mean,
Yeah, that's what
the
he's doing
Barbie
right
castle,
now. He's putting
and it's like
together all of
three
these houses.
stories. But let me tell you, my little weirdo in there. I walked in one day, and she don't call her Barbie. She called her Barbara. They were never Barbie. They were Barbara. But she had them jumping off the top. Come on, I can't take no more. And
Uh-uh.
I was
Uh-uh.
like, what the hell? And she was like 5 or 6 doing this.
See, I've never been into the. I was a tomboy growing up, so every Barbie I got stayed in the box. And
Mm-mm.
even when I moved out, when I left home, when I was like 20, whatever, my mom would call me. I got all these Barbies and dolls in the basement. Do you want them? No, the fuck I don't.
My dad still got all me and my sister's toys. So, like all the original Cabbage Patches,
I
all
had the
like
cabbage.
the
When I
little
say my
baby
mom bought me
skates.
all that shit.
Yeah.
My
If
mama
you
bought me all them big ass head cabbage patch
Cabbage
Rainbow
dolls
Patch
Bright.
with
right.
the stringy yarn hair. I mean,
Yeah.
she bought me the full size dolls, like 3-4 feet tall, like all that kind of shit.
No,
And them
we
motherfuckers
had this.
sitting in the middle of the night
My
looking at me
grandma
in the
used to
mirror like
drive
it was like
my grandma
broken.
when they first came out. She drove to Kansas City to make sure to get us black ones because they didn't have no black ones here in Omaha. She drove to
Oh, I had
Kansas
the black
City
ones.
to make sure that we had black ones. But
I
we
had
had
the
the
black ones, but
original
I
one.
was a few years
I
older than
had
you,
the
but I had the black.
creamy, and then I had the corn silk kid. I had them all.
I
But
had some
yeah, we
black
had
babies,
all
but
that
they
the
were
rainbow
scary.
bright shit. Remember the little T-shirt gang? They T-shirts changed color. They were animals. We
Yeah.
had them. All of that shit. I'm like, shit, that's worth some money. Like some of them original.
Some of them black dolls, I was like, y'all can keep that shit because my mom would get me like the black dolls, like the full life size black dolls and shit. And they would sit in the middle of the motherfucking bedroom on a chair in the middle of the night, and they big ass eyeballs be looking, staring
Mm-mm,
at you and shit. And
mm-mm.
I'm like, oh hell no. She would get the dolls that you could hold by the hand and you can walk with them. Do y'all
I
see
know
y'all
what you're
got
talking
young
about.
Oh
I never get a
God.
dog.
now
You say the big ass eyeballs be staring
no,
back at
this
They
you.
did have big ass eyeballs
This
because
mom
they didn't
probably
have
knows
no
what I'm talking
eyelids.
about. The big ass black dolls. They was 3-4 feet tall, and you could
Mm-hmm.
take
I
Mm-hmm.
know what you're
their hand
talking
and
about.
they would walk with
Mm-hmm.
you. But in the middle of the night, their eyes wouldn't shut. Like most dolls, when you lay them down, their eyes shut. Them dolls, they
Shut.
would be staring at
Mm-hmm.
you and
And
looking
remember
at
the
you.
bottles that you could turn and they had like orange juice, milk, and coffee,
Yeah.
and it would, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
all of that
I didn't
shit.
like
All
that.
that
I
stuff.
told my mama she could keep all that
But my
shit.
mom, even as an adult, my mom used to buy me the holiday Barbies because I used to love them. They were so pretty, and
I just
my
wasn't. You could
collection got
buy me
stolen.
give me a Rubik's cube, a basketball, a football.
I hate the Rubik's
I was
cube.
like that, but my mom tried to make me into the girly girl. Shit,
I
I
used
mean,
to
in the
cheat on
basketballs,
on
I
the
had all these
Rubik's cube. I
expensive
used to
ass
take the
dolls.
stickers off.
I could have made a lot of money off of these damn dolls that she kept buying me because they stayed in the boxes. They
Mm-mm.
stayed in the box. I would have all these Barbies lined up on my dresser, like
Oh
10, 20
no, I played with
Barbies
them.
lined
I
up on
had Barbie.
the boxes.
I had Barbie hair salon. I had all that shit. Barbie Corvettes. And,
Yep.
yeah, we had all that.
I had that
But
shit too. I just didn't play with it. It would just be sitting there.
mm-mm.
And she'd be like, I'm like, why you keep buying this shit?
I
I'm
played with all
outside
mine.
playing football in the dirt with the boys and you buy me Barbie dolls. What the fuck?
I had them little dollar green army men too. I had them all. I had all that.
Uh-uh. I hated my mom about me. Kept buying me those dolls. Like, get the message. Get the message. I don't want no fucking dolls. Damn. But she would keep buying them. And then it was funny when I moved out, she would go, I got this cabbage patch. What you want me to do with this cabbage patch? What?
Sell it and give me the money.
Shit, give it to your grandkids whenever you have some. I don't know. Like,
Mm-mm.
it was crazy.
I don't
She
know
didn't
why. I just thought
afford
about that the dollhouse. I'm like, wait till you get to Hawaii. I already know I'm gonna get cussed out, but oh well. My little Sophie will be happy.
Well, for the people who live in Omaha, I'm a guy who has done work around my house since I bought my house. He is a jack of all trades, and lately, what he has been doing is putting together a lot of people's doll houses. People, you know how with the doll houses, a lot of times people be too busy to try to put them together before Christmas, so their kids wake up and they got this doll house, but it's not put together. So that's what he's doing. He's going around and people are contacting him, like, put this doll house together. We'll hide it somewhere in our house or put it somewhere in our house. And then Christmas morning, we'll just put it under the tree. But that's what he's doing. So if you are in Omaha and you buy your kids some doll houses and you need them put together because you ain't got time to do it or don't know how, hit me up. And
Well,
I will
seeing
send
as
my
how
homeboy over there to put it together.
my brother's a carpenter by trade. Um, and he just made his daughter a bed while we was there. I think we good.
Oh yeah, I ain't talking about you. Your shit over in Hawaii. Like I'm talking about
Right.
people here in Omaha, girl.
Hell, I
But
might ship
yeah,
myself to Hawaii. I think I
yeah,
do.
there's some people here who just don't might not have time or might not know how to do it or whatever. But yeah, he's available. So hit me up if you need him. And he's a jack of all trades. Shit, my auntie just called me the other day. Call your homeboy and have him come up here and hang up my lights on the outside of my house on my roof. I'm like, so yeah,
Oh,
he's a jack of all trades. But we've been on here 3 hours and 33 minutes.
I'm
I'm
about
about to
to
get
say
off
I
of
got to
here.
go.
I got to go. I got to get up and get to work in the morning. Connie,
Thank you for having me.
I
Thank
love
you
you
for
too.
joining us,
Thank you
boo.
for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Why did
Love
he put
y'all.
I had him
Sis
blocked?
Low, Sis Low with
Love you too.
the
We love you
Rainbow
too, sis
Nation.
Low.
Sis Low, the Rainbow
I'm
Nation.
about to play this. I'm about to play it back for you.
Bro, Bishop Joseph
Think I'll
Jackson
play it
Shrimp
back.
Jr.
boat
Jr.
captain.
Watch
I
this.
appreciate you. And
No,
then
don't
Sis
hang
Low
up.
said about to play. What? She said what?
You think I'm
I called him
playing?
the shrimp boat captain.
Oh, hold on. Sis Low said she gonna have to play something back for us.
Hold on.
What she about to play?
Go on mute.
Is she about to? Oh, did I hear a little baby?
He been talking. He been
My baby been up. He woke up
coughing.
as soon as I got on the panel. He woke back up and he's been up.
Oh,
All the
oh,
kids sleep.
And I wanted to tell you, I hear his coughing.
All of
Take
them
him in
sick.
the shower. Take
I
him in the
have.
shower. Turn the shower
I
on
took
high.
them in the shower, in the steam,
Uh-huh.
and all that.
Yeah.
And it's been breaking up a little bit more, but
they don't have a C, do they? They just regular cold.
no, they just got a all of them have a respiratory infection.
Oh, poor
Yeah,
little
that
T.
RSV is going around, and
Yeah, all
my
that.
daughter had croup at one point when she was little.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, poor little
but
TT.
it's just
I'll be
going
praying for
around.
them tonight, Connie. I'll be praying for them.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
They feel better soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I hate when babies are sick. Oh my God.
Because I'll be feeling down when they sick. I'll be feeling so down. I just want them to get better.
They
Yeah.
can't really express themselves. They can't really express themselves like we can. Like, oh.
You could never know how much they parents just
Mm-hmm.
they feel so bad when they sick.
Oh, poor little teens.
Okay, well, good night, y'all. I love y'all. Have a blessed
Love you
week.
guys.
Good night. Love
Be
you.
Be
Love you
vigilant.
all.
Be
Happy
safe.
holidays. Happy weekend. Everybody
All right.
stay safe. Be blessed. Remain vigilant at all times. And always remember to keep it hood.
Keep it hood, y'all.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Good night, you guys.
Good night.